Hello, welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Kee. We are live again for another big Under-21 Championship quarter-final. Germany against Italy Under-21s at the Mol Stadium in Dunajska Streda, Slovakia. A wonderful opportunity, I guess, for Germany to make. I think Germany are the team to beat in this tournament now. Now that Portugal have gone out, now that Spain have gone out, there's England against the Netherlands in one semi-final. And France are waiting for the winners of this one, Germany or Italy. Italy have kind of flattered to deceive. Germany, I think, have been, other than Portugal, I think the star team in this tournament. And they've already battered England once. I think it's very, very likely that that Germany go through here tonight. But then again, listen, I've got all the other semi-finals pretty much wrong. I said Spain had beat England. I said Portugal had beat the Netherlands. And I said Denmark would probably get a shock result against France. Although they did come very close to getting that, I've got to say. It was a great game. Really enjoyed it. And again, we're now focusing on Germany against Italy. Germany have won this 3 times previously in 2009, 17 and 21. Italy have won it 4 times previously. The first in 92. And the last time in 2000, and I think it was 2011. So they've both teams have got history in this tournament. Both teams have got a lot of very decent young players. We'll go through the lineup shortly. There are some Premier League stars in the lineups for both teams. And with that said, I do just want to say a big thank you to our sponsors on Match Bingo. I do want to say a big thank you to our sponsors on Premier League Dad, who sponsor every single one of our lives. Match Bingo. Match Bingo combine all the fun and excitement you would associate with a bet on the football, with all the fun and excitement you'd associate with a game of bingo. If you haven't checked it out yet and you do like a bet on the footy, I think you're going to love it. Go and check it out. You can, with the special Premier League Dad link that we have, you can scan the QR code which is on screen right now, or you can click the link in my description. It will take you to our special page on the App Store where you can download it. And if you deposit £5, if you set up an account, you deposit £5, they will give you £10 free as a Premier League Dad member. So go and check it out. As I say, you can buy a bingo card for a game like this one. You can buy a bingo card for this game. It'll cost you £2. And you can get a bingo card with 15 random events on it, basically. 15 random events. And it'll say things like a corner to Germany or a free kick to Italy. Right, and as those things happen during the game, you'll see them marked off on your bingo card. You get prizes for a line, prizes for 2 lines, and prizes for a full house, the same way that you do in bingo. And it makes it fun. It's a little bit different to a normal bet, and it's something worth looking at. I think go and check it out. They're a great bunch of guys over there at Match Bingo, and they are earning people a small fortune. Over £200,000 of prize money already paid out. And over 10,000 players of Match Bingo across the UK. So growing really, really quickly. Go and check them out via the link. And a massive thank you again to them for sponsoring the channel. With that said, let's get stuck into the lineups. We'll go through the lineups shortly. Let's go through them. I can see comments already coming in. So a big thank you to everyone that's already liked and commented and subscribed and all that good stuff. The Denmark game, funnily enough, would you believe, the Denmark against France game is on course to be one of our most watched streams ever. Still a long way to go yet, obviously, but it started very, very well. I didn't realise quite how many people were watching, but yeah, it was a very popular stream, that one. I think we're going to clear 1,000 in the next hour or two, and probably over 2 by the end of tomorrow. So it usually... yeah, it's increasing very, very bigly. But anyway, what was I saying? Lineups. Right, so, here we go. For Italy, we'll do the Italy lineup. Italy have got De Planch in goal. Sebastiano De Planch of Palermo, who is another player who's being linked with Manchester United, by the way. Another player being linked with Manchester United, goalkeeper Sebastiano De Planch. Lol Pirola of Olympiacos. And Brighton's new centre-back, Diego Coppola. £9 million, just joined Brighton and Hove Albion. He is starting at centre-back tonight for the Italians. At right-back, it's Daniele Ghilardi of Verona. Ruggeri on the left, Zanotti on the right. Matteo Zanotti of Lugano. Midfield, it's Prati and Sherendor. Sherendor of Fiorentina. He is very, very well liked. Then it's Colosio, Luca Colosio, who you might know from Burnley, of course. Luca Colosio on the left, Fabian on the right, and then Willy Gnonto, Leeds United's centre-forward, Willy Gnonto up front. For Germany, again, another goalkeeper that Manchester United are looking at. Noah Atabolu of Freiburg, he is the goalkeeper. At right back, it's Namdi Collins of Frankfurt, Rosenfelder and Are and B. At centre back, Brown on the left. Then it's Wright, Martel and Nebel in midfield. And a front three of Voltemade. Voltemade, again, one of the top scorers in this tournament. Very well liked. Everton being linked with him. West Ham being linked with him. Voltemade on the left. Tresoldi through the middle. And Brighton's Brian Gruder. On the right. Brighton paid little under £30 million for Brian Gruder about 12 months ago. And, he's incredibly... Well, I guess he's looking like an expensive signing at this moment in time. 30 million quid. He's not quite cemented his place in the Brighton lineup just yet. He's still only 21, of course, but he's not had a great start. Lucas Lambert, how's it going, mate? Hi, mate. Are we watching Germany versus Italy? We are, yes. Ben, who do you think wins this key? I think Germany. I can't look past Germany for this. Lee Oxley, hope you're keeping well, mate. I'm doing very well, Lee. Yeah, hope you're doing well too, man. Looking forward to another game of footy. IGW edit. Name a country for an edit. Senegal. Lee Oxley, Duff has left Irish club. Yeah, he's left Shelbourne. Just before they were due to play Linfield in the Champions League as well. Yeah, it's a mad one, that. It's a mad one. I mean, he's kind of the star, isn't he, Damien Duff? So I wonder where he ends up next. Lucas Lambert, do you know who's done a good deal? Preston. I don't know who that is. I don't know who they've done. Dylan, good to see you, mate. How's it going, Dylan? Juventus easy win. Yeah, very good win for Juventus. Yildiz with the goals. Couple of goals. Vlahovic as well. Vlahovic with another goal. And I've got to say, he might be one that could come to the Premier League, you know. Yeah, Dusan Vlahovic, he was incredible just a few years ago for Fiorentina. He hasn't really done it at Juventus, but such a good player, very talented player. Got a goal in this one. Maybe this season he can get back to it. Theo Hernandez to Al Hilal, says Anthony Elliott. Theo Hernandez to Al Hilal. Yeah, they're not. There's been rumours linking him to. Is it Newcastle? They're linking him with. No, it wasn't Newcastle. Who was it? There was another Premier League side linked with Theo Hernandez. Quite a few been linked to him, but yeah, maybe Al Hilal. There's always that temptation there. Who do you reckon will get sacked first? I am going Potter. Yeah, West Ham fans seem like they're turning on Potter a little bit. Be yourself, Dylan. Rashford says he wants to play with Yamal. I don't know. Do you think that's likely? I don't think that's likely, really. Do you? I think he's maybe. I mean, we'd all like to play. We'd all like to go and play for Barcelona, but I think Marcus Rashford. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's that player anymore. I would say, yeah. Alex Nunes to Napoli. Yeah, I mean, I kind of hope so. I think that'd be the right thing, you know. Who do you support, Dylan, by the way? Who's your team? Oh, it was a wonderful goal, that, from Voltemade. He has done really well. Adama, wow, raining heavy here. Just got the garden boxed off in time. Getting results. Nice work, mate. Well done. Well done. Oh, you're a Forest fan. Nice. Well, at least you're going to hold on to Gibbs White. I would imagine Gibbs White probably ends up staying at Nottingham Forest now. I can't see him leaving. So that's a good result. Who's that? Oh, Defoe and Crouch. The under-21s group stage for England, and it was Defoe and Crouch up front for England under-21s. Oh my God. That's the only chance Rashford has of playing with Yamal on FIFA. I don't know if we need another striker. Chris Wood is getting old. Yeah, I mean, he's done well last season, hasn't he? But it's one of them, I think. If you keep hold of Chris Wood, you might be being a little bit almost too loyal. I think it'd be best for Forest to get someone else in and keep Chris Wood maybe as a backup. He's still a very good player. He's just, I think you need someone else if you're trying to stay at the top end of the table. Suli, just asking, you know players who have countries in conflict, such as Mehdi Taremi, are they allowed to play? Are they allowed to play? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I don't see why not. Yeah, there's always, to be honest, mate, Zinchenko and others were continuing to play through the Ukraine stuff, and yeah, there's just been loads of, sadly, I mean, Christ, we could go on about that all day, conflicts and wars around the world. It's really sad. There's always footballers still playing football, so yeah, I mean, yeah, but I think Taremi is fine to play if he's still able to play. I mean, yeah. I'm not aware of any policy that means he has to maybe go and like, I don't know if there's conscription or anything like that. Because it wasn't that long ago Heung-min Son had to go back to Korea to do that, didn't he? Heung-min Son had to go back to South Korea and do army service, military service. Now, I know they're not necessarily in any active conflict, but maybe if they did, maybe he would. I don't know. But I think Taremi should be fine. Be yourself, Dylan. Can Real Madrid get a result tonight? Yeah, I would imagine so. Everyone would be surprised if they didn't beat Pachuca. I guess everyone was pretty surprised that they didn't beat Al Hilal. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I would be astonished if they didn't beat Pachuca. It would be really, really surprising. Rondon up front for Pachuca. He's a good player. He's a very experienced player. Yeah, very experienced player. Alex, thoughts on who we get for the centre-halves for LFC? To be honest, I think we end up just getting Gay. I would imagine Gay, Van Dijk, Canate, Gomez. That'll be our four. Yeah. Yeah, I can't see any other. And then we'll have Robertson and Tsimikas, Kirkes and Robertson on the left. Kingsloth, do you reckon if Liverpool sign too many players, it can spoil the balance of the team? I mean, it can, yeah. That is a danger, of course it is. I think there's probably 10 players who could leave the club within the next couple of months. About 10 players and probably 8 or 9 come in, so it's going to be difficult. Kieran, hi mate, been on my walks again today. Another long one. Good to see you, mate. Welcome back. How's your tooth today? Are you any better with your tooth? You said you had toothache, didn't you? Be yourself, Dylan. Rondon up front for Pachuca. Yeah, I was going to say, forgot we'd already done that one. Sandra Jenkins, how much donated to crack an egg on your head? Do you know what? I'd happily crack an egg on my head. Donate, I don't know. Pick a charity and send them 50 quid. I'll donate an egg on my head. I'll crack an egg on my head for 50 quid to charity if you want. Sandra, not a fan of this bejazzled pre-season tournament myself. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be better once it gets into the knockouts. Harry, Joe Gomez will leave, I think. I don't. I think he put a statement out, didn't he, that he's 10 years at the club and still very, very, hungry for more kind of thing. So I do. I think Joe Gomez stays. I'd like Joe Gomez to stay anyway. He's too good. He's too good and he's versatile. You can put Joe Gomez right, left, centre. You can even play him in the 6 if you have to. He's a good player, Joe, and he's an experienced player as well. Been at the club longer than any other player. Yeah, Joe Gomez has been at the club long enough to remember Brendan Rodgers. Rodgers it was who signed him, so that's how long ago that was. Harry, maybe a swap with Gay. Can't see it. I hope not. Anyway. Preston have got Daniel Jefferson. Yeah, they got him on loan, haven't they, from Bournemouth? That's not a bad signing. Be yourself, Dylan. Napoli wanting to sign everyone. Jackson, Højlund and Núñez, of course, yeah. I don't think Højlund goes there. I honestly can't see Højlund leaving United. I think there's a part of... I mean, Højlund, I actually think ends up staying at United. King Sloth, I'm doing a charity boxing match for retired United players, seeing as though Jim won't pay them. Oh, wow, that's nice. That's good of you. A retired boxing match. A charity boxing match for retired United players. That's good, mate. That's very good of you. I always wanted to do like a soup kitchen type of thing at Christmas. When I used to work in Manchester, I always wanted to do them, and we just never ever, sadly, just never ever did it. I always tried to rally it around at Christmas and try and get loads of people. It just never, sadly never happened, but I'd love to do something like that at Christmas. Edward, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. Johnny Evans, a shout. Yeah, Johnny Evans to Napoli. Can he redeem his career in the same way that McTominay has? And Billy Gilmour too. Billy Gilmour's doing all right at Napoli. Lucas Lambert, Roy Keane will win that. Oh, that's great. You love to see it. Long ball over the top. Italy. It's not kicked off yet, by the way. This is just highlights. Italy playing in a certain way. They're showing how they're defending and what they're vulnerable to. I think Italy are going to be a decent team, but I don't think they beat Germany tonight. They've got some good players in there, but maybe not enough to be winning this competition. I actually think Denmark are better than Italy under 21s. King Slothy cancelled it just to give them 40,000 a year, but he cut it the tight art. Yeah, I know, mate. I saw it. It was awful. Harry, opinions on Burnley this season? I personally think we're staying up, playing full-on defensive mode. Depends, doesn't it? You need to keep hold of Trafford. You need to keep hold of Estev. You've already got Egan Riley gone. You're going to have to sign some decent players, mate. You need some backup, some reinforcements for Burnley. You know, not a bad team, you know, well drilled under Parker, but I think you're still a few players, maybe 3 or 4 very good signings away from staying up. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Time will tell. Kieran, happy for Joe Bellingham scoring for Dortmund. I didn't see that, but I heard he had. Yeah, that's good. Edward Gay is a quality player, very good player. Kieran, it's much better now, thank you. Great stuff, love it. Glad to hear, mate. Nothing worse than toothache. Lucas Lambert, he was a good player though. Roy Keane was brilliant. Yeah, absolutely sensational player. Emiliano, guten Tag, Emiliano. How's it going? Germany are going to win. I absolutely agree. Harry, Newcastle have backed away from Trafford deal as we asked for 40 million. And Steve wants to stay as we want 50 for him as well. Bloody hell, 50 for the stats. Daylight robbery. Lucas Lambert, why would Job leave though? He just got into the Prem. With the greatest of respect to Sunderland, I think, Lucas, you would agree that Borussia Dortmund are a bigger team. They represent a much bigger opportunity for Joe Bellingham to go and play in the Champions League, to go and play in a bigger league. Or rather, let me rephrase that. To go and play in a bigger league at the top end of the table and not have to be... Because look, it's got to be hard, hasn't it? It's got to be really hard playing for Sunderland in a team in the Premier League where they're maybe not going to get too much time on the ball. He's going to be asked to sit deep a lot, isn't he? He's going to be asked to sit deep and dig in and defend and all that. Chimey buffer. Is it buffering? Oh, don't say that. Is it actually buffering? Sorry, mate. I don't know how to fix that. Hopefully it's just a temporary issue. Kieran Baines, I'm just now eager for the Championship fixtures, mate. Yeah, when do the Championship fixtures come out? He'll go to Madrid soon. Emiliano, what music do you listen to? What music do I listen to? Honestly, everything. everything, all kinds of music. Love all kinds of music. I mean, I could list off loads of different. I mean, I am very, very eclectic. So I'll listen to classics like Debussy and like absolute like classical music. I love listening to Andre Rieu. So I'll listen to Andre Rieu. I'll listen to that. I'll listen to Motown stuff. I love 70s rock, American rock and British rock. Love Sabbath. Love AC/DC. Love 80s stuff as well. Love Duran Duran. Like proper cheesy pop. Love the 90s. Love Oasis and Blur. Absolutely loved all that. I even love like a little bit of, maybe not metal, but like a little bit of like chop suey and that sort of stuff as well. I don't mind like slightly heavier stuff music wise. But yeah, I do. I like a lot of music. Thank you for asking. FM No Casuals, Serie B relegation playoffs are still going on in mid-June. I haven't seen that. Serie, are they really? Alex Macklin, did you see Frimpong on Sky getting interviewed? He sounds excited to be an LFC player. I would imagine so, yeah. Great opportunity for him. He loves it. C460798. Have you seen Garnacho posting himself in a Villa top? The kid's pathetic. Has he really? No, he's not. Garnacho Villa. Oh, he has as well. Garnacho on holiday wearing a Rashford top? He's not wearing a Rashford top on holiday, is he? Ah, he is as well. Oh, I love that. I love that. You've got to admire the grind, haven't you? To be fair, Lucas Lambert, June 26th, the Championship fixtures come out. Lucas, what has Garnacho left Man United? No, he's not. He's not left Man United. He's been on holiday and he's been wearing a Rashford Aston Villa top with Rashford 9 on the back. He's been pictured. That's absolutely brilliant. I love that. Absolutely brilliant. C460798, it's a massive up yours to all the United fans who've backed him, to be honest, as much as I hate them. It is, yeah, no, it is. It is basically, you know, on your bike, isn't it, to all them. But I kind of feel like with Garnacho, I kind of feel like he's been thrown to the wolves a little bit, because I think the club want to sell him, because they you know, they'll book a big fee for him, won't they? Because he's come through the youth. They didn't pay an awful lot for him, so they're going to get a massive fee for him. I think that's why they're pushing to sell him, and especially now that Bruno has gone, or Bruno has stayed. I think they wanted Bruno to go in an ideal world, and then they could have kept Mainu and kept Garnacho. Now Bruno's staying, it might actually be more likely that Garnacho and maybe even Mainu goes. Andrew Wilson, he's poor. Fernandes is the biggest issue at United. I would agree with that. Lucas Lambert, Villa trying to get Garnacho now in a swap with Martinez and Garnacho to Villa. That wouldn't surprise me. Although United have to get rid of Onana first. They have to find a way of getting Onana out the club. And Onana's apparently made it very, very clear. This is what everyone's been... All the news and everything is that Monaco have come in and offered them their services for Andre Onana. And he said, no, absolutely not. I'm not going to Monaco. I've just been with a team, Inter Milan, who were in the Champions League final. Before that, I was at Ajax, who were in the Champions League semi-final. I'm now at Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, in the biggest league in the world. I am not leaving. And I've come from Barcelona's academy as well, one of the other biggest clubs in the world. I'm going Barca, Ajax, Inter, Man United. You don't go Monaco. You don't go Monaco. So, yeah, I really, really do think that they're going to have a struggle to get Onana out of the club. A real struggle to get him out of the club. C460798, he probably should have started the final, as he said, but he's nowhere near as good as he thinks. I mean, maybe he's not as good as he thinks, but I think he's better. He should have started, shouldn't he? He should have started pretty much every game for United. I'm astonished that he hasn't. Be idiotic if they sell Mainu. But again, that's United will need to make these sorts of sales. They will. Kieran, it's the 25th. Yeah, for the Championship fixtures. Yeah. Lucas Lambert, I'm surprised that Bayer Leverkusen hasn't got him because of Ten Hag. Lisha, have you had a good dinner, Kee? Yes, I had a lovely little sweet and sour stir fry. It was beautiful. Yeah, very nice. John Butland, Man United is winning the treble. United winning the treble. Oh, sweet Lord. United aren't winning a bean again next year. Not with Onana in goal. Not with Onana in goal. Not a chance. Right, Atabolu. This is the one. Atabolu is the one that United are being linked with. And Deplanch as well. John Butland, why? Why won't United win anything? Because they're not a very good team. They're not a very good team. Aston King, how are you doing, pal? I'm doing very, very well. Aston King, how are you doing? Good to see you, mate. They need to try and win a game first. That's true. Lucas Lambert, Ten Hag did good at Man U's. It was just that Man U don't have any good players except from Bruno. I think he did better than many people give him credit for. We're off here now. Germany and Italy in the Under-21, the final Under-21 quarter-final. All the other three have been settled. Netherlands going through against Portugal. England going through against Spain. And before, we watched France go through against Denmark. So, Germany or Italy, one of those will be meeting France in the semis next week. England play Netherlands on Wednesday night, 5 o'clock. We'll be live for that one. If you are going to watch it, make sure you followed up here. Make sure you've liked and clicked subscribe on YouTube. Aston King, do you have a job outside of this? If so, what is it and do you enjoy it? No, mate, I do. This is it. This is what I do for a living. And I don't earn anything from this right now, but I stupidly decided to quit my job to do this. So I quit my job and decided to give this a go. And if in 12 months it hasn't worked, the channel won't exist. So by sort of Christmas time this year, I'm 6 months in. I'm at just over 5k subscribers on YouTube. Not earned a penny, but we'll see how we get on. By Christmas time, if it's still rubbish, and then I'll have to go back and get a job again. But I had a job, yeah. So I've never ever not worked, but I quit my job to do this. This was the dream. Damien Duff has walked out of his job as gaffer of Shelbourne in Ireland. I know, yeah, about a week or 2 weeks, I think it is, before they play Linfield in the Champions League qualifier. So it's bad timing, very, very bad timing. Ben got them a historic league title last season, has walked out on managing them in the Champions League. Well, there's still a qualifier to go. Ben, you need to give yourself a full season, not a calendar year. Well, someone's got to pay for. Someone's got to pay for me. For everything. Christ, life's not free. It's expensive, isn't it? It's expensive. So, a year is probably the best I can manage. Otherwise, I'm on the streets. Lucas Lambert, are you doing Liverpool's friendlies? Yeah, we probably will do Liverpool's friendlies. Or some of them anyway. Not all of them, but some of them. Lisha, really hoping it goes well for you though. Cheers, man. I really appreciate it. I thank you, and like I said, hopefully it does. If it does, listen, you've been here since the start, so it'll be good. If that is the case, I've got a very good memory for people. So I appreciate all the help and all the support and all the love and everything. But if it all goes tits up, then it all goes tits up. We've had a laugh, haven't we? We've had a laugh, if nothing else. It's been fun. Germany breaking forward here. Italy, good defending, as you'd expect. Great defending on the edge of the box. Gritty stuff from the Italians already. Mark Langworthy, how's it going, Mark? Good to see you, mate. Ronnie Dodge, I like Garnacho, but his ego won't let him be back up to Cunha. The problem is, I don't think that Amarim's too rigid. He's got a set way of playing, and that set way of playing is kind of with two number 10s, isn't it? And with wing backs. Garnacho isn't really a wing-back. He can't play at wing-back. I actually don't think Ahmad can, to be honest. He's going to end up playing Ahmad there. But Garnacho's not a 10, and he ain't a wing-back. So because Amarim's there, Garnacho's always going to be leaving. It's the same with Rashford. It's the same with Sancho. They're going to fundamentally change that entire team to accommodate Ruben Amorim. And it could end up destroying United, that. Because I think what they'll end up doing is they'll squeeze the pitch so narrow. They'll end up with the likes of Cunha and Bruno Fernandes in those number 10 positions. They'll squeeze the pitch up so narrow, and it'll end up so tight. And they'll play some decent football at times, but they'll play so tight, and it'll be as soon as they sack Amorim, and it is coming. We can all see it. As soon as they sack Amorim, they'll get a manager in, and what's the first thing that manager's going to ask for? First thing. Where's the width? Where's the width? We've got no width in the team. We've got a team full of centre mids and number 10s. Where's the width? So then they're ending up with a team full of number 10s and full backs, effectively, who can play wing backs, centre mids and number 10s. And they'll have to go out and buy a load of wingers again. They'll be screwed. They'll be absolutely in the bin. Ronnie Dodge, if we get him Burmo, Ahmad will go right back. They won't sack him. They will. They know. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Aston King, have you been watching the Club World Cup? Yes, mate, we have. Yeah, I've been watching it, but maybe not as much as this Under-21 Championship or the Under-19s Championship. Those two have been much better football. The Club World Cup, I think it's only going to really get good once it gets into those knockout stages, if I'm dead honest with you. Ronnie Dodge, have we got an idea of who England are playing in the semis in the Under-21s? Yes, it's the Netherlands, mate. Yeah, it's the Netherlands. Adama, Dire Straits. Dire Straits are great, aren't they? Money for Nothing. Love that song. Rolo, come on England, good to see you. Adama, 1-goal wonder at Goodison. Some goal like... Oh, Garnacho, yeah, it was a good finish. That was the Yashin Award. Not the Yashin Award, what's it called? You know what I mean. The wonder goal. HSH, the Club World Cup is so bad. Quality is poor. Refs are awful. Extreme playing conditions. It's a joke. Oliver Lingard, it's a project. It might be a project. I don't disagree that it's a project. I would agree with that 100%, but I'm not sure that it's a project that suits Manchester United long term. It feels like all eggs in one basket, and if they get it wrong, it could fall, you know. Kieran Baines, random question, mate, but what is your go-to? Pepsi, or are you a Coke person? Pepsi every single day of the week, mate. Yeah, Pepsi. Not every single day of the week, but yeah, I don't. If I can't, if they say to me, "Oh, we've only got Coke," I usually have something else. I don't really drink Coke. Yeah, don't really drink Coke. I mean, to be honest, as a general rule, I'm sticking to water anyway. I'm 5 stone down. I'm sticking to water. I have got a little glass of Pepsi Max next to me here, but it's working. I'm working the way through. Real Madrid red card. No way. Is it actually? Real Madrid red card. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, they've had a man sent off already. Who is it? Asensio. Raul Asensio, centre-back, sent off. Oh, how funny would it be if Madrid got knocked out? In a bit, Trent. See you later, cock. They paid 10 million get you for the tournament. Oh, pocketed that. We'll have that. That's just paid for Mo Salah. A couple of weeks' wages. Can't believe France beat Denmark. It was a great game. Honestly, one of the best games we've done on this channel, that. Yeah, one of the best games we've done. Right, lovely ball in that. Throw in. Just cleared away. And the Germans pushing forward. It's a bit of head tennis in the midfield. It's not really settled down just yet. We're kind of 8 minutes into this, and it's still a little bit scrappy. Still a little bit all over the place. Neither team really assert... Oh, here we go. Wonderful play by Germany. That's better. That's much better. Lucas can't come back. Trent can't do a Ronaldo. I really hope we don't let him back in years to come. I really hope we don't. I pray Liverpool are strong and we tell him to leg it. We don't want him back. We don't want him back. I've got a horrible feeling we're going to. I don't want us to. Right, we've got a player down here for Italy. Who is it? Who's down? Do you know what as well? Do you know what's funny? Trent. Asensio is starting on that right centre-back side next to Trent. So I'm already predicting. I've not seen that. In fact, let me see it. Let me see the Asensio sending off. Because it wouldn't surprise me if Trent has let his man run. And he's got in between that gap between right back and centre back. Because it happened every other week. Here we go. Asensio gets a red card after 7 minutes in the second game. Where is it? Let's have a look. Right, I'm watching the Asensio red card now. Yeah, no, it's nothing to do with Trent. That was wishful thinking. It was just a red card. It was Salomon Rondon. He was clean through on goal. Clean through on goal, and yeah, he just dragged him down. It was the most obvious red card you'll ever likely to see. So yeah, it wasn't anything to do with Trent, I've got to say. Excuse me. I've got to say as well, what a big game that was last night for Mirandes and Real Oviedo. Santi Cazorla winning promotion back to La Liga at the age of 40 for his hometown club. What a story that is. Real Oviedo haven't been in the top flight in 24 years. They've gone as far down as the 4th division in La Liga, and at times they were reliant on players skipping their wages, and they were actually asking former players. They were relying on donations from the likes of Juan Mata and Adrian and Santi Cazorla as well. Ex-players who'd played for the club donating to try and keep the club going in really difficult times. They've dropped down to the 4th division at different points, and now after 24 long years, Real Oviedo back in La Liga. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Right, Germany coming on down the left-hand side here. Voltemade's in the middle. Good defending, very good defending. ZQXV, any idea where the final will be? I might go if England make it. For both of them. England can't in the under-19s, by the way. But the under-21s... excuse me. The under-21s are in Slovakia. They're in Bratislava. The final is in Bratislava. So, yeah, you could go. Bratislava's meant to be a beautiful place. I've never been, but I've heard wonderful things by friends who've gone there. But, yeah, Bratislava. And the final in under the under-19s is in Bucharest. And Romania, of course, still have a chance to be in that final. It's Spain under-19s against Romania under-19... Sorry, Spain are against Germany. Holland, Netherlands are against Romania in the semi-finals. Both of those under-19 semis are tomorrow. KAMC, didn't Cazorla play for €1 a week? I don't know exactly what he played for, but I know that he kind of rejected the opportunity of taking wages, and La Liga said he can't, or not La Liga, but the Spanish Football Federation said, you cannot work for nothing. So he ended up accepting whatever the least, I think the legal minimum wage was that he could accept. That's what he ended up working for. So I would imagine it's a few grand a year. Whatever the national minimum wage is in Spain. KMC, some dirt cheap flights to there as well on Skyscanner. Nice, innit? Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad at all. Jaden, Newcastle X1 next season. Lucas Chevalier goal. Left back Lewis Hall. Right back Tino. Left back Simakan and Botman. Botman can't stay fit. That's going to be part of your problem. Oh, where's my YouTube chat gone? Oh, there you go. It's back. Ronnie Dodge, it's a Rashford Villa shirt. Rolo, come on, England. Emiliano, Club World Cup is fire in some games. Well, I mean, the Real Madrid games I haven't thought have been particularly good, but, I mean, they're 1-0... Sorry, they're a man down, obviously, in this one, so... Yeah, I know, Pedro, we already talked about it, mate. We've had that one. That was 10 minutes ago, that. KMC, what are we saying? Wouldn't trust any Saudi players to come back over. The pace over there is Sunday League level. Well, Gabri Vega has just come back over to... Is he in Benfica? Where's he playing now, Gabri Vega? I saw him the other day in a lineup and I was like, oh, I didn't know he'd come back over. But he's been in Porto, not Benfica. Yeah, Gabri Vega was very highly thought of, wasn't he? He was at Celta. He obviously went to Al Ahly. He's now 23. He's gone to Porto. And he's just made his debut, I believe, for Porto in the Club World Cup. So, he's the big signing for Porto this summer. How much did they pay for him? 15 million euros. And bearing in mind... Gabri Vega, 40 million. They paid 40... Al Ahly paid 40 million quid and they've sold him 2 years later for 15. And Vega rejected interest from European clubs in favour of a lucrative offer from Saudi Arabia. Real Madrid midfielder Toni Kroos labelled the move as embarrassing. He literally had all of Europe after him, didn't he, Gabri Vega? Yellow card here for Italy. I've got to say, Coppola as well. Coppola's the captain. No, it's not. It's Pirola. Pirola, the captain, who's been booked. Coppola is the centre-back for Brighton as well. I know I keep mentioning that, but Coppola is one to watch. He's been very, very good for Verona, and I think he'll be one to watch in the Premier League next season. He might be one that probably is going to be moved on in 3 years' time to Spurs for 60 million quid. Ronnie Dodge, I did enjoy that Chelsea game the other day. KAMC, even Jota for Celtic came back and looked half the player. How's Vandenberg played? Loved him at the Borough. Apparently, yeah, Rav Vandenberg's been a decent player for Borough. He's linked, funnily enough. I'm sure they've linked with Brentford to go and play with their Sepp. His older brother, Sepp Vandenberg, who is at Brentford. Emiliano, Pepsi over Coke for sure, 100%. Emiliano, yes, I hate Real Madrid. Germany are in here. Maybe, if they get this right, Voltemade must shoot. What are you doing? No! Too easy. And Deplanche comes out and claims it. Voltemade, I think there's a possibility he could be a good signing for someone in the Prem. Eduardo CA, what do you think about this match? Who wins? I think Germany, Eduardo. It's been all Germany so far, and they're in again here now. This could be 1-0. Is he going to shoot? Oh, just the final ball. Just the final ball for Germany again. It's just... They're just not quite knitting it together in that final third. They're winning the ball very, very well. They're pressing really high, but just not quite able to get it over the line. Lucas, I don't really rate Rashford. I don't think many people do, to be honest. KAMC, I think we're getting rinsed with Rav Vandenberg, Hackney and Azaz. Azaz is a good player, isn't he? I still kind of... I'm a little bit disappointed by Willy Gnonto. I think Willy Gnonto's a player, you know. There's definitely a player in there for Leeds. And I'm a little bit disappointed that he hasn't kind of kicked on. This lad too for Germany, the fullback, the right back, Namdi Collins. Yeah, very, very, very good fullback. Again, he's one that I would have liked maybe Liverpool to have a look at. Pedri lover, Pachuca almost scored. Come on, Pachuca! AM10, I know it's early, but Madrid looked terrible under Xabi. I found it strange, the comments that he said about Trent. Did you hear what he said about Trent? He came out after the game and said that Trent Alexander-Arnold, you know, he's a very talented player, but you can't get to where you are on talent alone. He's got to be able to match the standards in terms of fitness and work ethic and all this stuff. And I was a bit like, ooh, that's strong. After a player's debut, you're already kind of calling out his work ethic and his fitness. That's not good. I mean, I know he wasn't quite brilliant on his debut. I didn't think he was terrible, but it's Trent. I mean, we know that he's not a defensive fullback. He needs to be utilised in exactly the right way to get the best out of him. And Klopp and Slot were brilliant at doing that. He's not going to get that at Madrid. It was always a disaster, this move. And I was called bitter for saying that. I still think he'll show more at Madrid than we're seeing right now. He's still the best right back in the world as far as I'm concerned. But I do think it's going to take some time, and there might be some. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. Put it that way. KMC losing Doak from Hughes. Defoe's going to be a Prem player next year. Yeah, Doak's linked with Everton. Everton for 30 million quid. Ben Doak. Kieran Bain, surely not Jamie Vardy, signed back at Fleetwood. That's fake news, or is it? Yeah, he's not going to Fleetwood. Jamie Vardy has had offers from the Premier League. Yeah, he's had offers from the Premier League. He's had offers from Rangers. He's had offers from the Saudi Pro League, and he's had offers from the US as well to go over to the US. So he's apparently still weighing up. And Wrexham as well is another one. Apparently Wrexham have spoke to him. But I think he's wanting to stay in the Premier League and thinks he can do a little bit longer in the Prem. BCFC, how did Stano do for the under-21s last night, mate? He was alright, yeah. He pressed very, very well. I feel like he's a little bit too slight for the highest level just yet. He got bullied a little bit, I would say. Just physically, his movement was good. It was sharp, as you'd expect. He's very smart on and off the ball. His pressing was really fine. But he's feisty. He put himself about. He was all right. I just don't think he needs to kind of the created chances. But bypassing the midfield was the way. If Barcelona are going to be the best team in Europe, they're going to have to improve that midfield. Probably a centre forward as well. Lewandowski can't go on forever. So maybe at some point they're going to have to go out and get a good centre forward that can do it long term and replace the goals from Lever. But midfield, yeah, couple of midfielders. Ben, if Bournemouth replace those three defenders and go strong again, they've cracked it. Wouldn't surprise me. Ronnie Dodge, I think Arsenal will get third. Ben, I like how Brighton just sell their best players and still seem to maintain the same levels. That's their model, isn't it? Yeah, that is their model. That's what they do. Daniel, Rashford or Neymar? You keep giving me these tests, don't you? Because you know I don't like Neymar, but Neymar better than Rashford, yeah, for sure. Adama, keep Doak, send him 6-month loan. Could be useful to have back when Salah goes. AFCON, useful as cover. The Scottish Messi, low gravity, like a Ryan Fraser type. I like him, me. He just needs the chance. I like him. I just don't think he's top quality. I don't think he's the difference between Liverpool not winning the league and winning the league. I think he's just someone that could come in and fill in from time to time. I would honestly say Chiesa's better than him. I would rather keep Chiesa than keep Ben Doak. Doak, we're much better off getting a big money for Doak. Much, much better off. And it's better off for his career as well. For the lad, he needs to go out and play games of footy. It's the same with Harvey Elliott and Kwanzaa to a degree. These are good young players and they need games to actually prove how good they are. Here's Willy Nonto for Italy. Holds it up well. Colossio's with him, but he's going on his own here, Nonto. What a run this is. Unlucky. Good save. Good block. Liverpool, City and Arsenal, the 1, 2, 3 for the Prem next season, I think. Yeah, agreed. ZQXV, what about the actual World Cup next year? Can't look past Spain. Yeah, can't look past Spain. Spain are too good, aren't they? Timbo Slice. Pedri should be a bigger shout for the Ballon d'Or, in my opinion. What a footballer. Very good player, but I'm not sure he's good enough, really, to be winning the Ballon d'Or. Real Madrid have scored 1-0. They've done it. And it's Bellingham, Joe Bellingham with the goal. Brighton supposedly fancy Harvey for 40 million. They can have him for 50. They can have him. Gyökeres to Barca, says Pedri Lover. Yeah, that could work. That could work. It's all very scrappy. Germany on the counter-attack here now. Voltemade picking it up and driving forward. I like him. I like Voltemade. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but he's a good player. Oh, Germany must be unlucky. Has he kept it in? Has he kept it in? It's a corner. Good save from De Planche. What a pass that was. And was it Voltemade, actually? It was a great little run into the middle. Let's just watch this back. It was a wonderful pass. I think it was Voltemade on the turn when he picks the ball up. No, it's not Voltemade. It's not Voltemade. Oh, it's a good save though from De Planche. Jaden, what team do you think Pogba will go to? Probably some sort of a Saudi team, I would imagine. Yeah, probably some sort of a Saudi team. Oh, goodness me. HGTXV Trent is going to be playing for Brentford in 3 years' time. Carvajal walks back into this Madrid side. Trent will come back. I don't know if it'll be to Brentford, mind, but I think he will come back to the Premier League and he'll get booed off the pitch. He'll probably end up at somewhere like Chelsea or City. In fact, City is definitely one to watch. I think in 12 months' time, that's where he goes to, you know. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Pep Guardiola at City. Calling it now. Calling it now. You heard it here first. Trent going to City next year. Spencer Richardson, this game is opening up a lot. Are you talking about this one? Germany and Italy. It is getting a little bit more end-to-end now, isn't it? Jake Adams, who's your favourite team? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. On sec. I hate these. Sonny Marco, not rather watch the real game. No, this is much better, to be honest. Much better. It's better football. It's actually competitive football. Two teams who really want to win. I think Real Madrid and Pachuca. It was always going to be a Madrid win. Chimey, I think he goes to City or Bayern. Yeah, he could go to Bayern, couldn't he? Yeah, that's not a bad shout. What did you think of the handbags after the England v Spain game? Well, it was due to the late sliding tackle, wasn't it? From, was it Javi Guerra? Who was there was the late tackle from someone at Spain. I don't know who it was on. I don't know if it was on Cresswell or... It was certainly Cresswell was the one who was kicking off. Jadon Thompson, Pogba linked with Pogba. Come on, Germany. Sort yourself out. Timbo Slice, Trent won't go to Chelsea because they've already got a better right back. Malo Gusto. Don't tell me that's sick note Reece James, who plays in midfield now. Jaden Pogba linked with AC Monaco. Yeah, again, wouldn't really surprise me. Daniel, who did you have as player of the match in the Oviedo game? Honestly, for the goal alone, because the goal was top quality, and I only saw extra time, mate, so I can't comment on anything other than extra time, but I would say the swivel and the finish from Portillo, oh, it was absolute top class. Absolute, right out the top draw. And he's 35 in Portillo. He's been around a bit. He used to play for Malaga back in the day. Probably, I think he must have been at Malaga when I was watching games in Malaga, because he was there a long time ago. And I don't really remember him. The only Portillo I remember, I think I got confused with it watching last night, because the only Portillo that I remember he came through the Madrid academy. But that's not him. 35 years of age, plays for Oviedo, but used to play certainly for Malaga. So I'd give it to Portillo. Germany here, recycling. That's going to be another free kick right on the edge of the area. 40 minutes. Cherundor dived in there, and it's going to be a free kick to the Germans right on the edge of the box. Daisy, how's it going? Good to see you. Barca could do the funniest thing ever. Jaden Thompson, is Messi retiring or is it just fake news? I've not heard anything. ZQXV, who do you think will be in the England starting 11 for the 2026 World Cup? I think it'll be Trent Wright, Lewis Skelly left. I think it'll be Pickford in goal still. I think it'll be Trent Wright, Lewis Skelly left. Probably a back three, knowing Thomas Tuchel. So I would imagine... Will he go back three, actually? Maybe not. I don't know. No, maybe not. Maybe he sticks with a back two. Centre backs, I mean. Probably Gay and... He seems to like Colwill, and I don't like... It's not that I don't like Colwill, but I don't think he's top quality. I think it'll probably be Gay... Maybe Gay and Branthwaite, you know. Maybe Gay and Branthwaite, with Lewis Skelly on the left, Trent on the right... Pickford in goal, and then your midfield three has to be... I can't see it being anything other than Rice, Bellingham. You've got to go Rice, Bellingham, and then I would personally have Palmer, right. It's going to be Kane, Palmer right, and you end up foisting players in. This is the difficulty with England. You end up foisting players in. Obviously, you got Foden there, you got Bowen, you got Gordon, you got Saka. But I think it's a straight choice between Palmer and Saka on that right, and I think Palmer's better. So I would put Palmer in, and then Kane up front. So that Kane picks himself, Bellingham, Rice, midfield three, Bellingham, Rice. I'd like to see Wharton in there. In an ideal world, I'd like to see Wharton in there, but I don't think they're brave enough to put him in yet. I think it's probably far more likely that we put someone like Bellingham, Rice, and... Oh, I don't know. Someone... like probably Jordan Henderson. Probably Jordan Henderson's still in there. Yeah, probably Jordan Henderson. Timbo Slice, who do you think wins the Ballon d'Or? Not who should win it, but who do you think wins it? I think Salah does win it. Yeah, I think Salah does win it. I'm gonna assume that they are men and women of honour and not of phony checks. But maybe not. Maybe if it is just a cash popularity contest, then it'll probably go to Yamal or Mbappe, even though neither of them deserve it. Daniel Cazorla is my favourite Emirates era player. It was a joy to watch a 5'5" player with no pace embarrass players. Severely underrated and never mentioned in conversations by other fans unless prompted. I think, mate, the thing with Cazorla is because he doesn't fit in any sort of the GOAT conversations. Very good player, but I don't think he's ever going to be considered as like one of the very, very best. But lovely, very likeable player. Yeah, very, very likeable player. I always enjoyed watching Santi Cazorla. To be honest, there's a lot of players, like I said, who fall into that bracket. I think there's a lot of players I can say who I really enjoyed watching that, wouldn't fit into the GOAT conversation, but I enjoyed them. Kieran Baines, can you ever see Arda Güler playing in the Prem? No, well, maybe, yeah. I think his time at Real Madrid won't last very long. I think he probably moves on within the next couple of years. Same as Camavinga. Camavinga looks like he's leaving Madrid this summer. They're very impatient with young players. Daniel, what do you think of Infantino as a president? He's gone to Qatar and Saudi on his watch, so... And Russia as well, hasn't it, by the way? Russia, Qatar and Saudi on his watch. Definitely World Cup China 2036 or whatever it is. It wouldn't surprise me. Timbo Slice, James will be in it if he's fit, cause Tuchel loves James. Stones, not Stones. What about Gibbs White? Gibbs White doesn't get in the England squad. He does get in the England squad, but doesn't get in the England team. I think he doesn't play at the top level enough. That's going to be a problem for him. That's going to be a problem for him. I like him, but I don't think he gets in there. Same with Eze. Yeah, same with Eze. I like him, but I just don't think you put him in there for that reason. They're not fancied. Infantino has his name engraved in the Club World Cup trophy. Has he really? I know that this Club World Cup thing's his baby, isn't it? Christensen to leave Barca this summer. See, that'd be a good signing for Newcastle. Andreas Christensen would be a very good signing for them. Ben Cazorla reminds me of Ever Banega. Really? Robert, there's only one Will Osula. What a player. Yeah, no, yeah, Will Osula. He'll be back up to João Pedro next season. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Newcastle's next number 9. Filling those shoes of Alexander Isak, eh? Will Osula. ZQXV, wouldn't mind Christensen. I think Christensen to Newcastle would make a lot of sense. Experienced Premier League centre-back. Get him in. Get someone like Simakan maybe from or what was the other fella? Who's the other one we were talking about earlier? Maybe Nathan Collins at Brentford. Nathan Collins at Brentford's another one who people are looking at. FM No Casuals, Trent has had a great game. What a fullback. Did he actually get the assist? Someone said he might have got an assist. Did he actually get an assist? No, he didn't. But it's Gula, Bellingham and Gula with the goals. And it's Fran Garcia has got one. And Gonzalo Garcia got the other assist. So yeah, no assist for Trent. He's actually the lowest rated player for Madrid right now. It's half time here though, it's 0-0. We've had goals in the Madrid game, but no goals here in Dunajska Streda in Slovakia. Still 0-0 at the Mall Arena. Germany under 21s 0, Italy under 21s 0. Trent is too big for Liverpool. Why are you trying to hurt me, man? Why are you trying to come in and hurt me? Why have you chose violence today? Right, come on. Give me some news. What news have we had today? Let's talk through the news. Nico Williams to Barcelona. Yeah, that one's kind of gathering pace. We knew that one was always likely to happen. Garnacho feels exit talk by wearing Villa shirt. No deal for Pogba agreed yet, despite rumours at Monaco. Duff walking out. What about Arsenal? Apparently Bayern Munich are in talks with 2 players. One being Gabriel Martinelli of Arsenal, the other one being Cody Gakpo of Liverpool. I'd be gutted if that was the case. Really, really gutted. Jackson not for sale, says Chelsea. Leicester have planned that they have plan to confirm the sacking of Ruud van Nistelrooy, and Sean Dyche is going to get the Leicester job. Dyche. Geordie Rob, how's it going, Rob? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. I do, yeah, absolutely. I remember you. Of course I do. How's it going, man? Lisha Dean Hyson is the lowest currently, doing everything you can to hate on Trent. Salty Key. No, I've not. No, he's not. Not on mine, he's not. Excuse me. Not on mine, he's not. The lowest on Flash scores right now is Trent Alexander-Arnold, 6.7. Then it's Tchouaméni, 6.8. Everyone else... Oh, no, it's not. It's Vinicius Jr., 6.1. He's the second lowest then. He's the second lowest. ZQXV, could you see Lewis Miley being one of the best midfielders in a few years? I mean, he's got a lot of potential, hasn't he? I think he still needs to fill out. He's like 18, 19, he's still young. players change an awful lot in the years between kind of 18 and 21, 22. They start to find... It feels like they have to adapt the play again a little bit, a couple of times in those years. So I'm curious to see what happens with Lewis Miley. He's a good young player, and maybe he will kick on. But we thought the same with Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo had a bit of a kind of regressed a little bit last year, didn't he? Again, everyone thought he was this hot young new talent, came in, didn't really shine all that brightly last year. Time will tell whether or not he kicks on. And to be honest, it wasn't that long ago, by the way. Longstaff, do you remember Longstaff was being targeted by Man United at 40 million quid, big rumours he was going to... Longstaff was one who was really well liked. Now Newcastle fans can't wait to get rid of him. Jaden Thompson, why aren't Liverpool in the Club World Cup? Because the criteria, Jaden, was you had to be... It was the last two teams to have won the Champions League from that nation. So City got in and then Chelsea. They're the last two English teams to win the Champions League. That's why they got in. Robert, I love Salomon Rondon, Newcastle, born and bred. Come on, Pachuca. Glisha, get yourself sofa score, got everything. Timbo Slice, it's hard for Mainoo to not regress in that Manchester United shit show. That's probably fair. It's probably a very fair assessment. And he's also having to do the running of like three players because he's in a midfield with Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. And one of those players runs through treacle, and the other player is kind of off trying to be Captain Fantastic, Mr. Wonderful, Captain Marvel, running over, corner flag, running over the fullback and all this. He's all over the place. 124, I've seen Brighton are bidding 40 million for Elliott. I think Brighton would be a great place for Elliott to shine. He's a wonderful young footballer, and he just needs time. He just needs time. Rondon, what a throwback, says FM No Casuals. Daniel, what did you make of the first half? Who wins the game? It was a little bit of a bitty first half, I would say. A bitty's an odd description, but I would say that game was... It was lots of... scrappy. It was scrappy. It was very poor... Both teams very poor in and out of possession. Lots of second balls, lots of head tennis in the midfield. It never really felt like either team strung more than 2 or 3 passes together before they lost it. Germany and Italy both at different points towards the end of the first half. It felt like the game was getting a bit more stretched, and they had chances on the counter-attack, both teams. Nonto with one for Italy and Voltamade with the other. Both have got plenty of potential. I just think the second half, it's going to be decisive who comes out and starts the best in the second half. I think those first 15 minutes might just decide the game, because I reckon one goal, whoever scores the first goal, probably wins it. That probably wins it. We've gone from a game in Denmark and France where there was loads of goals and it finished 3-2. And even at 0-0, I was asked in that game, what score do you think this one finishes? And I said, it feels like there's loads of chances. It feels like both teams are really opening up and going for it. I can see there being goals in this one. This one, it just feels very, very cagey. It feels like both teams are trying to outthink each other. Both teams maybe overthinking it full stop. And there's not an awful lot of actual quality football in that final third. So both teams trying to shut each other down rather than focusing on how they can open the other team up. And here you go. This is probably the only real chance of the game. Willy Nonto for Italy, which went into the side netting. And even that was just a little dinked ball over the top. It was nothing, really. It was an absolute nothing bit of play. And Atubolu, the keeper, linked with Manchester United, showing why he would be a great fit at Manchester United, because that was a howler of Onana proportions. But I would say it's Germany's game to lose. I still think Germany will win it. Daniel, what do you think of players making public statements after getting sent off? Who made a public statement after getting sent off? Has Nicholas Jackson done that? I think maybe with Nicholas Jackson, assuming that's who you're talking about, it might make sense for him to do it because he's been sent off twice in his last 3 games, hasn't he? Both within kind of 20 minutes or so. So it feels to me like maybe Nicholas Jackson is just trying to reassert his commitment to the cause, if that's what we're talking about. I've never known anyone else to do a statement after getting sent off. Daniel, how's the wife? Yeah, she's really good, mate, thank you. Yeah, she's recovering really well from surgery, and yeah, all good now, thank you. I'll certainly pass the message on. 1 second. 124, I reckon he doesn't go for less than 55. I think 50 for Elliott is eminently fair, eminently reasonable. I'd take that. I would take that, no problem. Timbo Slice, who's your favourite Streets Won't Forget player? I'd go Gamst Pedersen. Everyone goes Gamst Pedersen. Honestly, I could do one for every team. There's loads of players I could name Streets Won't Forget player. 2 guy for Blackburn, I would have said. 2 guys better than Gamst Pedersen. If you're going Aston Villa, I'd go players like Nobby Solano. Nobby Solano for Newcastle as well. Nobby Solano for Villa. It was absolutely tremendous. Bolton, Stelios Giannakopoulos. Great players. JJ Kocher as well. Good. Very good player for Bolton. Coventry, Mustafa Hadji. Southampton, Hassan Kashlul. I could sit here and name 90s and noughties football players all day. I love all that. That's a bit of me. Neil Redfern for Barnsley as well. Charles Zogbia. Yeah, Charles Zogbia for Wigan. I tell you, Hugo Rodallega for Wigan as well. And he was a lovely, lovely fella, him as well. I met him. Lovely, lovely fella. HGTXV, my word, I'm loving how bad Trent is. Guys, going to be a huge flop. ZQXV, do you think if there's a war, the World Cup will happen? Mate, I don't know. We from one day to the next. Christ, I just wish. Hopefully it just won't happen. But yeah, I don't know. We don't know. 1-2-4, Germany win it 1-0, 88. Volta made penalty, you think? Okay. LFC Jack, who do you think's better, Arsenal or City? City absolutely are a better team. Chimey, Makalele. Nah, if you're naming Chelsea players, Chelsea you've got to go pre-Jose Mourinho, surely. Surely you're looking at players like... I'm stuck now, but I'm almost thinking of like Kaziragi. Remember him, Kaziragi for Chelsea, the one who slid into the pole against Phil Babb. Well, he scored, and Phil Babb slid into the pole at Anfield. Kenwyn Jones, Daniel, yeah, good shout. Jamin Butt, who do you think will win this? I think Germany, mate. I think Germany will win this. We've got about 2 or 3 minutes to the second half kicking off. Robert Reese was great as well, yeah. See, I think if you're doing a Streets Won't Forget player for Liverpool, it's Luis Garcia, isn't it? It's Luis Garcia. He was one. He was kind of crap and he was good. Jamin, do you reckon there'll be any goals in the second half? I think there will, yeah. I don't think there'll be more than... I wouldn't do over 1.5. I'm not sure I would back 1.5 or more. It might be worth doing under 2.5, though. Under 2.5 in this wouldn't be the worst thing. Daniel Finnan. Steve Finnan. Steve Finnan was some player, you know. Do you know what? I think it's true. I don't know if it is... I think it is true. Steve Finnan is still, to this day, the only player who has played in the Conference North, the Conference South, the Conference National, League 2, League 1, the Championship, the Premier League, the FA Cup Final, the League Cup Final, and the Champions League Final. Only player to do so. Chimey, Xabi Alonso. Yeah, Xabi Alonso. ZQXV, Tiote. God love him. It's a shame. Remember Mido? Mido was a big lad, wasn't he? And that's even coming from me. He was a big lad. Timbo Slice Di Matteo, fastest goal in an FA Cup final, isn't it? Di Matteo, is it second now? I think it's not him anymore, is it? It's not him anymore. It used to be him, Di Matteo, fastest goal in an FA Cup final. Jonas Gutierrez, what a player. He saved us from relegation. Yeah, great player. And what a story as well that was. Jamin, Italy will score, I reckon. I don't think Italy. I think it's Germany. I mean, on your head be it, I guess, but I think Germany are the team to beat here. I could be wrong, but Adumi, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. Antonio Cassano was some player, man. He just didn't apply himself enough. That's the tail. Yeah, it's the tail with a lot of players, sadly. Clarence Acuna. Who did he play for, Clarence Acuna? He played for Newcastle for a short while, didn't he? Do you remember, obviously, Hugo Viana was a big one. He ended up coming to Newcastle. And he was shocking. I love the story of... who was the Chilean defender for West Ham? Remember the Chilean defender for West Ham that Harry Redknapp signed? Javier Margas. Have a look at the story of Javier Margas. Played for Chile in the World Cup. And then played against England, and he didn't give Michael Owen a kick. He was absolutely brilliant. West Ham signed him. He came over, and he basically ran off at West Ham. He just left, didn't he? He just left. Just said, I'm not staying. Went back over to South America. Went back over to Chile. Jamin, just want to see some goals for real. It's been a very poor game. Yeah, it has been a pretty poor game, hasn't it? I think, to be honest, we've had a load of great goals in the Denmark-France game, so we've been spoiled so far. But I agree, it's been a pretty poor one. Adama, it's true. Good pub quiz questions, that. I'm full of crap with pub quiz questions. I can give you loads like that. Adumi, who are you watching today? We're watching Italy under-21s against Germany under-21s. It's just kicked off for the second half. Still 0-0 currently. Robert Colaccini, Ginola, Gary Lineker, Peter Beardsley. Lisha, what about Papa Booba Diop? Good lord, man. Papa Booba Diop, a.k.a. The Wardrobe. What a fantastic player he was. Roy Aiken. Tamuri Ketsbayer. Do you remember Ketsbayer kicking lumps out of the side of the advertising hoardings at St James's Park? And Olivier Bernard as well. Laurent Robert. Tell you what, he was a good streets won't forget player. Laurent Robert for Newcastle. I remember him scoring an absolute perler of a free kick at Anfield. Honestly, nearly took Jersey Dudek's hands off that one. Absolute screamer. He rattled it, Laurent Robert. Great player. Maradona's God Hand. Lasana Diarra, great player. ZQXV, Paul Gascoigne. Right, here we go. We're off for the second half. We're a minute and a half in. Italy knocking it forward. That's nearly a bit of good play, but sadly it was cleared away. Italy on the attack. Steed Malbranck, I loved it. We very nearly signed him for Liverpool, you know, Steed Malbranck. Top player. Top player. Viduka was good. Chris Brunt. Yeah. Trying to think of other Butter players now. Butter play. Mendieta. Remember when Mendieta came over and played in the Prem? I loved him. He was some player, him. Tony Hibbert. When Hibbo scores, we riot. Johnny Barnes. I love John Barnes. Daniel, do you have to sign in to watch this game? Do you have to sign in? No, I don't think you do. It's on Channel 4 terrestrial TV. I assume if you're going to watch it via like an app or something, You might have to sign in. I honestly don't know, mate. I'm watching it on. I've got the old TV doofer up here. I've got a box up here, Skybox. Shot from Italy, miles wide. Christopher Samba, Timu Tainio, yeah, good shout. LFC Red 6, do you think of the current England team? What do I think? A little bit underwhelming. I don't think they win the major competitions. I think they're going to struggle next year at the World Cup. I don't really support them anyway, to be honest. Adam Lafondra for Reading, best season for a sub we've probably ever seen. Adam Lafondra is, again, I'm not sure if this is entirely true, but it certainly was true. If you do all of the Premier League strikers, every Premier League striker in history, Adam Lafondra is in the top 10, I believe, in goals per minute. I'm sure he is. I'm going to have to look this up now. Because that was honestly, that was one of them mad, like a totally mad thing that you would just never believe. Adam Lafondra it certainly was true. Or something to that effect. Let me just see. There you go. Adam Lafondra owns the 4th best career minutes per goal ratio in Premier League history. Adam Lafondra. Oh, no, that was as of 2001. Right now, he's 6th. 6th, though? 6th? Adam Lafondra, 6th? How mad's that? Literally, top 10 goals per minute in the Premier League history. It's Suarez 10, Salah 9th, Van Nistelrooy 8th, Harry Kane 7th, Adam Lafondra 6th, Thierry Henry 5th, Alexander Isak 4th, Sergio Aguero 3rd, John Duran 2nd, and Erling Haaland 1st. Lowest minutes per goal ratio in the Prem. How cool's that? John Duran second best ever Premier League striker in terms of goals per minute. Wouldn't have said that, would we? Wouldn't have said that. Ravanelli was great. Can you remember Peter Odemwingie? Of course, yeah, absolutely. I remember Peter Odemwingie. Kieran Baines, can you remember? Oh, sorry, thanks. I was trying on UEFA website. Yeah. Adama, Momo Sissoko, good ball winner. I loved Momo. Do you know what? When he got kicked in the head, didn't he? Or was he kicked in the eye? After that, he was never the same player when he was wearing the goggles. He wore the Edgar Davids glasses, didn't he? But he was a fantastic player, Momo. Loved him to bits. WWE edits, love that Liverpool top on the top left. Cheers, man. Timbo Slice, Peter Odemwingie does TikTok lives. Now, I was gonna say that. Yeah, I saw him. I was scrolling through the other year and the other day, and I saw him. And he plays guitar, doesn't he? He sings. Yeah, it's mad. Peter Odemwingie playing guitar on TikTok nowadays. Love that. Love it. Daniel Duran will be put into the Meet You category in years to come. I think that's unfair. I really like John Duran. I just think he's an head case, isn't he? He's an absolute head the ball. He's like Tonka off Mike Bassett. Luis Garcia, Phil Babb and Ian Rush. Phil Babb. Here's one, Celestine Babayaro. I've got another bit of fact in. I've got a factoid about him as well. I'm trying to think what it is now. I had a lovely little fact. Honestly, there's loads of these little things that come into my head when you say names like that. Oh, but Celestine Babayaro. I'm sure there was a. What was the little factoid I had about him? A little stat or something like that. Good player, though. I remember him scoring a worldie at Old Trafford. I can't remember it now off the top of my head, the stat, but I had a good stat about Babayaro. But he scored, yeah, I remember him scoring an absolute worldie. An absolute worldie. Lisha, Key, remember Ryo Miyachi? No, I don't remember him. I remember Junichi Inamoto. Do you remember Junichi Inamoto for Arsenal? Don't remember Miyachi. Or at least I remember him, but I couldn't, you know, I couldn't tell you what, like, Arsenal era Miyachi was in, whereas Inamoto was around about the Invincibles era. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yeah. Timbo Slice, Gronkiar for Chelsea, probably scored the most important goal in Chelsea history. Broke my heart that day, that did. I was about maybe 13, I think, 14, something like that, watching that game. Oh, it broke my heart. And do you know what? If he hadn't scored that goal, I still firmly believe to this day Abramovich wouldn't have ended up in the Premier League, because apparently that was one of the reasons he chose, certainly one of the reasons he chose Chelsea, wasn't it? They already had Champions League football, because apparently he was leaning towards Fulham. Very nearly went to Fulham. Could have been Fulham with 2 Champions Leagues now. We could have been looking back on it. But yeah, Jesper Gronkiar cutting in from the left-hand side, didn't he? And he smashed it in the bottom left-hand corner. Absolutely shocking. That was the game where Zola absolutely ran Carragher. He absolutely ran rings around him. I mean, he did that quite a few times, to be honest, but he ran rings around him. Obafemi Martins, think Miyachi ended up at St. Pauli. Berbatov was great. Miyachi was some baller. He was that kid at the playground. Nice. Come on, why have we stopped? There you go, that's why. Daniel, Solskjaer or Sahar? Solskjaer or Sahar? I think I liked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but Louis Sahar was a very, very good player. He was very, very underrated. Solskjaer just played in a really, really good side. I think Sahar could have been much better. Sahar, and do you know what? Anelka is another one. Oh, chance for Willie Nonto here. This could be 2. Oh, what are you doing? Why didn't he touch that past him? Nonto, was he onside there? If he's onside, he's had an absolute shocker. He's had an absolute shocker. Literally, the ball's running towards the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper comes out of his net. All Nonto has to do is running away from it like that. All he has to do is touch the ball around the goalkeeper, and he's just knocked it past it. And instead, he goes for the shot straight at the keeper. It's far too close to him. You got to round the keeper there. You've got to round the keeper. If he was onside there, that's shocking. Absolutely shocking. Timbo, that was Zola at 36, by the way. Well, he only signed for Chelsea at 30. Yeah, he was kind of, well, not old, but you know, most players at that point are nowhere near the Premier League. But yeah, Zola, Schmeichel was the same. Schmeichel only joined Man United at 30. People think he was, you know, like some spring chicken, and he played for years at United. He was like 30 by the time he arrived. Eliora, if you know Premier League, you know Kiki Masampa. Prefer his brother Chris. His brother Chris is lots better. But yeah, Kiki Masampa was great. Scored a fantastic goal for City as well. Daniel, Prime Anelka or Prime Owen. Prime Anelka every single day of the week. Prime Owen was fantastic, but he was also amongst the most overrated players ever. Let me tell you something, that Michael Owen wasn't even close. Oh, what a finish that is from Colosio! Oh, what an absolutely sensational goal. Italy are 1-0 up. It's a stunning goal. It's an absolute screamer of a goal. He cuts in on the right-hand side, Colosio. Picks the ball up just too fast for Germany. Too fast for Namdi Collins, who gets nowhere near it. And then he smashes it low and hard in off the far post. Atubolu nowhere near it. Doesn't even get a touch on it. And that's his first goal in the competition. 1 goal in 5 matches for Colosio. But what an asset he could be for Burnley next year in the Prem. Look at that. Just picks it up, cuts inside. Nandy Collins nowhere near it. Nobody really gets close to him. And what a finish that is. What a screamer that is. 1-0 to Italy. Great goal. You love to see it. You love to see it. Ben, Oliver Capo. Ali Deer is the ultimate streets won't forget player. Domenico Parry. Ciao. What is the result? It's currently 1-0 to Italy. Germany under 21s 0. Italy 1. Eliora, remember Sebastian Bassong as well. Bassong scored a very... Well, it was a massive goal for Norwich against Liverpool to make it 4-4. And literally Liverpool went up the other end of the pitch and Adam Lallana made it 5-4. But Bassong scored to make it 4-all, I think in like the 91st minute. And everyone was like screaming, like, oh my God, Norwich have done it, they've turned it round. And then Liverpool win it in the 95th. It was incredible. Timbo Slice, Figueroa, Maynor Figueroa. His son currently plays for Liverpool's academy, Maynor Figueroa. Obviously, he settled in Wigan, didn't he? And I think the family still live in Wigan now. Yeah. Maynor Figueroa and his dad. Ben, wasn't that the game when Klopp's glasses got broken in the celebration? It was the game where Klopp's glasses got punched off by Christian Benteke. If you watch the video back, Benteke jumps up and he goes like that and like puts his hands through and it smashes Klopp in the face and his glasses just go everywhere. It's also the game that Steven Kolker came on. Steven Kolker signed for Liverpool on loan. Bearing in mind he was a centre-back, Steven Kolker. Played 2 games for Liverpool on loan. 1 away at Norwich and 1 at Anfield. Both games he played as a centre-forward off the bench. In games we were needing a goal. He got brought on by Jurgen Klopp when we needed a goal. And he got the flick on for Adam Lallana. So he got the assist for that important Liverpool goal. And then he came on at Anfield. I can't remember who it was against. But he came and he played centre-forward. So he signed a centre-back on loan and ended up playing him centre-forward both times. It was mad. Only ever played for Liverpool twice. And he said it's hard to find glasses when you don't have glasses. Ben, a goal never discussed enough because we were poor on the day was Benteke's bicycle kick against United. Oh yeah, that was when Martin Tyler was beside himself, wasn't he, at Martial's goal? Benteke scored an overhead kick, which was like up there with Garnacho's against Everton, and he went, oh wow, good goal from Benteke. And then Martial scores to make it 3-1, and he's like, Martial, oh yes! Honestly, it's the most horrendous commentary ever, that. The most horrendous commentary ever. Jamie, you called it, you knew it, you said it, mate. Yeah, you said it. I said Germany, but Italy 1-0 up. What a goal. Great goal. Kieran Baines, our Shavin for Arsenal, was a player. Always remember him scoring 4 at Anfield, of course. Chimey, Craig Bellamy. There's a player Liverpool should never have sold. He signed for Liverpool twice, Craig Bellamy, and he's the only player in Premier League history to do so, I believe. The only player to sign for Liverpool twice. What a player. Should have kept him. We never should have sold him first time round. Daniel, he would get snapped in the Premier League taking that many touches. Chimey, Dimitri Payet must not be forgotten. Top player. Yeah. Just coming back to that Anelka one, by the way. Anelka. Oh, here we go. Nelson Viper's come on. Nelson Viper on for Germany. And Gruder off. Gruder's had a shocker. Nauf coming on. Nauf was fantastic. Roll has also come on. But Nabel off, Roll on. Nauf on. And Nelson Viper on. Yeah, Nelson Viper. So Viper's a good player. Nauf has a lot more pace than Gruder. So this might just stretch Italy now. We might see a little bit more of an open game. Because Germany are going to put him high on the right-hand side, Nauf. He's a lot more like Leroy Sané. Timbo Slice, to be fair to Tyler, it's a goal with Liverpool. We're still losing, so wouldn't go crazy. Gav's highlights, Ian Rush signed for Liverpool twice. Not in the Premier League. Not in the Premier League. The only one in Premier League history. I know it's a slight technicality, but yeah, the only one in Premier League history. Again, you fact check it at your own leisure, but I'm led to believe that is the case. I'm not, Daniel, Prime Anelka or Prime Owen. Owen was massively overrated. Massively, massively overrated. Never scored 20 goals in a Premier League season, Michael Owen, and there's loads of strikers that did. Absolutely loads of strikers that did. Michael Bridges got 20 goals in a Premier League season. Michael Owen never got 20 goals in a Premier League season. He's shocking. Never should have won a Ballon d'Or. Shouldn't have got anywhere close to a Ballon d'Or. He was literally half the player that Robbie Fowler was. And Prime Anelka or Prime Henry, I mean, that's silly. Henry every single day of the week. But Anelka is amongst the most underrated centre-forwards of our time. Another one Liverpool should never have sold. We had him on loan from PSG, and we could have had him for 12 million quid. 12 million quid is all PSG. In fact, I think it was 9 million quid. I think it was 9 million quid that we were told PSG will sell him for 9 million. It was already pre-agreed. And instead, Gerard Houllier had this wonderful idea after going to the 2002 World Cup in South Korea. And he said, I found this wonderful player who's miles better than Nicolas Anelka, El Hadj Diouf, for 12 million quid. He's a bargain. Go and get him now before Barcelona do. Honestly, that guy spat at more fans than he got goals for Liverpool. Absolutely shocking player. Worst player to play for the club, in my opinion. Or certainly up there, anyway. Timbo Slice, football didn't exist before 92. Remember that, guys? Hey, hang on. Of course it existed before 92. I'm just framing it in a way that these young'uns can understand, Premier League era. But I agree. I absolutely agree. Yeah, Ian Rush, I know he did sign twice. Bargain as well. Gav's highlights, I was shocked when Fowler left Liverpool for Leeds. I was stunned. That's the one thing I'd never forgive Houllier for. He broke my heart selling Robbie Fowler. Absolutely broke my heart. Top player. Getting him and Salif Diao. Eliora, remember Taribo West? He used to rock those green hair and mad tackles. Wild, yeah. Nigeria finest, Taribo West. He played for Derby for a spell, didn't he? George, Leggett, Brian. Hello, sir. How you doing? I'm from Indonesia. Good to see you. Good to see you. Kato Sefas, what happened to German? By now they would be leading. I thought so too. It's still time. Still only 65 minutes gone. Ripa Begum, Germany score 1 goal. I think they will score 1. Yeah. Daniel, you'll be surprised to how many times Shearer scored 20 Premier League goals in a season. I imagine quite a lot. Wonderful player. Adama, Little Columbia striker. Newcastle Asprilla was fantastic. Yes. Tino Asprilla. Wonderful centre forward. I honestly, just again talking about English centre forwards, Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen, Alan Shearer. Even I, as a Liverpool fan, I think it's many people are quick to forget just how good Andy Cole was. Andy Cole was so good. Like I struggle when I'm thinking of like the top 10 English strikers. I can't, or top 10 Premier League strikers of all time. I can't not put Andy Cole in. Ruud van Nistelrooy, Andy Cole. Even as I hated United, but Ruud and Andy Cole go in there all the time. Andy Cole was brilliant. He was so good. Kieran, Sammy Huppier. What's your thoughts on him? The Big Finn, Sammy Huppier. Maybe the best signing in Liverpool's, maybe in my lifetime. I'm not sure. Maybe the best signing in Liverpool's lifetime. My lifetime, anyway, as a Liverpool fan. 35, 40 years, whatever. Oh, what a save! Germany should be 1-1. Is it going to be in? Oh, what a save from Deplanche. What an absolutely wonderful save. That was near post, Germany, flick on, bang. And a great save from the keeper. Just kept it out. Well done. Really well done. Daniel Voronin comes to mind when talking about the worst Liverpool players. Voronin is maybe up there, but he cost nothing. He only ever came in. Oh, it's 1. There you go. It's 1-1 off the corner. It's 1-1 off the corner. And it's Voltamade. It's the player we all said would cause problems, and it is him. Voltamade gets it. 1-1. What a fantastic goal. Will Owens, boss, what game could you be possibly watching at 9:30 on a Sunday? Germany under-21s against Italy under-21s, mate. It's an absolute screamer as well. Shearer never got 20 goals in a season for Newcastle, surprisingly. Did he? Surely that's not true. Daniel's telling me he got it 4 times for Newcastle. Only 4 times after moving to Newcastle. That's still decent. Considering Michael Owen is Ballon d'Or worthy and never got one. That's still not terrible. Eliora Nico Crunchy. Yeah, crunchy. User 553 Hippier over Robertson as a sign-in. Well, Robertson didn't cost us anything, really. We signed Robertson for 8 million quid, and we simultaneously sold Kevin Stewart to Hull for 8 million quid at the exact same time. So we basically paid nothing for Andy Robertson. We just swapped him for Kevin Stewart. And Kevin Stewart, also, miraculously, we signed him for free from Spurs. Spurs basically released Kevin Stewart. They didn't want him, or they weren't. He was in the academy. I think he was like 21, 22. Spurs let him go. We picked him up as a free transfer, and within, I think, 2 years, we'd sold him to Hull for 7 or 8 million quid, and Andy Robertson came to us for the same fee. Great story. Love that. Gav's highlights, did Fowler and him fall out? Is that why he sold him? Yeah, Fowler and Gerard Houllier never ever saw eye to eye. Basically, when Gerard Houllier came to Liverpool, the first thing he wanted to do was kind of break up that old like party boy, spice boy routine, because that was one of the things that was holding Liverpool back. Like, you know, Liverpool used to go out on the, you know, they used to have drinks on the coach and everything coming back from away games. It was still a thing in the 90s that Graham Souness tried to get out, and then it wasn't as professional as maybe it should have been. Like, Arsene Wenger had arrived at Arsenal and all the sports science stuff was just starting to kick off. Gerard Houllier was trying to bring that in. So he was trying to professionalise the club, and I think he came in and he saw Jamie Redknapp, he saw Fowler, he saw Danny Murphy. Danny Murphy he did kind of embrace a little bit, but there was a lot of players who he just... James McAteer as well, or Jason McAteer, sorry, as well. Jason McAteer, the old guard, let's say, and he just immediately came in and made it clear, listen, you're either with me or you're off. And him and Robbie Fowler kind of just butted heads a little bit too often. Kato Sefas, yes, Germany have scored. Chateau Malapsi, Germany scored. Reaper, you said Germany would score one. You did, yeah. Daniel, was Kevin Phillips ever near an England squad? He was, yeah. Kevin Phillips picked up a fair few England caps. I'm not sure how many he actually got in the end, but he did play quite a bit around Euro 2000. I think he went to did he go to Euro 2000 in Belgium? Sure he did. How many England caps did he get? Let's have a look. He got 8. 99 to 2002. But if we look at his international career, one sec. When did he play? International career. Final warm-up match before the Euro 2000 tournament. Yeah, he was part of the Euro 2000 squad, but never actually got played at the tournament. Oh. But what, again, a wonderful, wonderful player, though, Kevin Phillips. Wonderful player. Really liked him. Eliora Alexandru Mitrita. Don't remember him. Mark, how's it going? Hi, mate. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you, mate. Ben, who's this you're on about? Yeah, we're on about Kevin Phillips, mate. Top player. Kevin Phillips. Right, we're into the last 20 minutes here now. Last 20 minutes. Let's do another poll again. Let's see if we can get a more defined answer now that we've got a bit more of a clean run at who's gonna win. Who's gonna win this tournament? Who is gonna win it? Daniel, Shearer or Lineker? For me, I think you've got to go Lineker. No, Shearer. Shearer. Lineker couldn't do what Shearer did, I don't think. He was a different type of player, but he's a good player. I would go with Shearer. Kevin Doyle, yeah, what a player he was for Reading. And he did a little bit for Wolves. Didn't quite make it after Wolves, but yeah, he was a good player for Reading. Chance for Italy. What a save by Atabolu. Very nearly 2-1 there. Right, there you go. I've just started a poll on YouTube. Go and vote in it. Let me know what you're thinking. Who wins the Euro Under-21s Championships? You can go and vote now. Let me know what you're thinking. Is it going to be the winner of this game, Germany and Italy? They play France in the semi-finals, which we're going to be live for next week, by the way. Germany and Italy, currently 1-1. One of these two, are they going to go on and win it? Is it Germany? Walter Maid, what a player he's been. Is it maybe another one of these players? For Italy, maybe Willy Nonto, maybe Luca Colosio could be the difference maker to get Italy through. Or is it going to be France, who we saw earlier? Matthijs Tel getting them back into it. Could it be maybe England? Could England do it? England under 21s, Lee Carsley, could he do it again? Or the Netherlands, surprise victors yesterday over Portugal. Everyone thought Portugal were going to win it. And Netherlands have managed to turn it round. So who do we think? Who do we think actually ends up winning this tournament? England, Germany or Italy, Netherlands or France? Which one of those five? Go and vote. Let me know. Go and vote on YouTube now, Premier League Dad. Suli, is it 2-1? No, mate, it's not 2-1. It's still 1-1. Still time. Cato, talk about the English national team. It's David Beckham, Steven Gerrard, Michael Owen, Seaman. Do you think England would ever get a squad talented like one of those guys? Yeah, I think England have got talented players like those now. I don't think there's anyone in the England squad right now who is as good as Steven Gerrard. I think Gerrard is the greatest player that's played for England in my lifetime, to be honest. I don't think there's been an England player better than Steven Gerrard. I think he's been the best English player of a generation. Maybe a few generations, to be honest. Absolutely sensational. So I wouldn't say... But I would say beyond that, David Beckham, as good as he was, I think there's players in the squad who could compete with him. Declan Rice is a very similar... He's nowhere near as good, but he's a very good copy for Steven Gerrard. He can score, he can drive forward, he can tackle. You know, he's got energy, he's a leader on the pitch. I like Declan Rice, good player. So, you know, Rice is up there. And David Seaman, I mean, again, talk about... I never thought David Seaman was all that, to be honest. I thought he benefited from having a great defence in front of him. He had Tony Adams and Sol Campbell, Martin Keown, Dixon, Winterburn, Ashley Cole, Lauren. You know, he always had a great defence in front of him. So I don't think Seaman was ever quite all that, if I'm really honest. And as I've said, Michael Owen, we know how I feel about Michael Owen. Daniel, which Golden Boy winner went on to have the most disappointing career? I mean, I can't believe we never quite got the best out of Rhian Brewster. Where honestly, every Liverpool fan was certain he was going to be the next big thing. We signed him from, I think it was Chelsea. We paid big money for him. He won the Golden Boy tournament, Golden Ball. Did he win the Golden Boy, actually, Rhian Brewster? I don't think he did he? Golden Boy winners. Let's have a look. I'll tell you. We'll answer that question properly. Golden Boy Award. I don't think he ever did win that, actually. I think he won the Golden Ball. Yeah, no, he didn't. He'd never won it. Lamine Yamal, Bellingham, Gavi, Pedri, Haaland. João Felix is probably up there, isn't he? João Felix, 2019. I was on about the Golden Ball, wasn't I? Not the Golden Boy. João Felix has had a pretty poor career. I mean, Matthijs de Ligt has been pretty terrible given where he started. Felix, de Ligt, Renato Sanchez, Martial, definitely. It would be Martial, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be Martial. Anderson as well. I mean, at least Anderson won stuff at Man United, but he was dreadful. Pato was pretty dreadful. Yeah, it's a shame. Adama, El Hadj Diouf and Jar were shite. Yeah, they were. Daniel, I think Rooney and Beckham did more for England. I wouldn't disagree with that. I think for England, Gerrard was always quite hampered, wasn't he? He was always... But that was because they never quite figured out the whole Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard thing. And more often than not, because Lampard couldn't defend, they used to put Gerrard sitting. They'd put Gerrard deep. And they'd say to him, you just sweep up, and Lampard, you go and do your thing. So Lampard ended up scoring far more for England. I honestly think if an England manager had been brave enough, they'd have dropped Lampard and they'd have ended up playing Gerrard with Michael Carrick. Because if Gerrard had been partnered with Michael Carrick, not only would Carrick have got far more England caps, which he actually deserved, Carrick and Gerrard would have been a phenomenal partnership. They would have been brilliant. Or even Carrick and Lampard. You just can't play Gerrard and Lampard together, I don't think. And we all knew that, didn't we? Adama, Dwight York. Dwight York. If we win it again, Lee Carsley for England manager. He should have, yeah. Definitely should have. And Timbo, yeah, I would agree with that. I was going to say, definitely not the best for England, but definitely the best English player, I would say. English player of his generation. 3-0 Madrid, Valverde. Nice. Timbo Slice, best England performer since 2000 is probably Ashley Cole, which says a lot about the mids and the forwards. But yeah, probably not wrong on that one. I would agree. Oh, again, another naughty one there. Is that Colosio again? No, it's Nonto, and he's already booked. This might be a red, you know. He's off. Nonto's off. Willie Nonto off the pitch. That was so silly. That was silly, and he might have just cost his team a place in the semi-final. Really poor from Willie Nonto, and they can't check it either because it's a second yellow card. He was already on a yellow, and as soon as I saw that happen, I thought he's left him late there. He's left it late. The ref, I mean... Parola's gone over and he's pleading his case, but watch this back. Yeah, that's... Does he actually catch him? Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't catch him at all. He doesn't catch him at all. He does dive in for sure, but he doesn't catch him. It's a red card for Willie Nonto. Italy down to 10 men. But I'll tell you something. I think he'll feel hard done by there. Nonto is in tears. He's crying. He's crying as he's leaving the pitch here, Willie Nonto. He's in tears. All of his teammates are comforting him, but he's walking off the pitch with his shirt pulled over his head. He is so disappointed, and it's a real shame. Germany now sensing... They can smell blood here. They can smell blood. Germany won, Italy won, but there's a chance here. There's a big chance for Germany to kill this off before it gets to extra time. Nonto's still not took his shirt away from his face. He's walking off the pitch blind here. Oh, he's being hugged by all his teammates. What a shame. That's good, though. That is go. That is really good. Gav's highlights. Remember when we nearly signed Gerrard's brother? So close. Oh, when we nearly signed Gerrard. Yes, I do, yeah. I couldn't quite believe what I was seeing, to be honest. I wonder what actually changed his mind on the way down to London to sign. And he never actually made his way down to London. He never actually got in a car and was on his way down to London. If you read his autobiography, he spoke with Jose Mourinho, and Jose Mourinho obviously convinced him. That was the idea. He was excited to work with Mourinho, and he thought... A little bit like, I guess, Bruno Fernandes and Manchester United. He thought that Liverpool wanted to sell him. He thought that the value that after the Champions League final, Liverpool wanted to sell him. And I think it was a case of maybe one, crossed wires, and two, maybe once it actually all got quite close, he realised, you know what, I'm not sure this is the right thing. If he'd have gone to Chelsea, he would have had an absolutely wonderful career, a sterling career. He'd have probably won far more. Well, he would have won far more, not probably. He would have won far more. But he would have been thought of in the same sort of way as Trent. You know, he's an absolute icon of the club, Steven Gerrard. And I think you can't put a price on that. There's always the rumours, obviously, about the gangland figures or whatever. But if you, again, as soon as you read what actually happened, you know that that's nonsense. That's just a myth that went round. Because for starters, Gerrard's family ain't getting bullied. If you know who they are, there's no way they're getting bullied. They know some people. The abuse from Liverpool fans probably kept him there, if we're honest. I don't think it was abuse that kept him there. Because, to be honest, he was already deciding. I mean, he said he was going to leave, and then he changed his mind. I just think he changed his mind. I mean, that takes balls, doesn't it, to change your mind and do it so publicly. Have you seen what Garnacho's done? Yes, yeah, I have. Wore a Villa shirt with Rashford's name on the back. Eliora, remember when LFC fans turned up at his house? I remember, I mean, to be honest, football fans have done some bad stuff, haven't they? Football fans have done some mad stuff. Chimey, Ronaldo almost signed for Arsenal. Did, yeah. Zlatan did as well, didn't he? Quite a few nearly signed for Arsenal. Ronaldo nearly signed for Liverpool as well. I'm sure there was a... Liverpool had a deal agreed with Sporting. And then yeah, they obviously had the friendly with Man United, and that's what got it done. Basically, Alex Ferguson said, I'm not leaving him unless he's on the plane with us, kind of thing. Which turned out to be a very smart move on his part, didn't it? Right, Italy are just kind of struggling to keep hold of the ball now. Germany win it back. Right, well, the poll, currently, if you've not voted in the poll, go and check it out. It's on YouTube, Premier League Dad. People seem to be thinking that the winner of the tournament is going to be coming from this game. They think it's going to be either Germany or Italy. 63% thinking Germany, just 5% Netherlands, 5% France, and 26% for England. Gav's highlights, no way did Garnacho he's definitely now ended his United time, even if he hadn't already. Yeah, I think the problem this has caused, though, actually, I think is the problem this has caused, I think, with Garnacho is if Manchester United now try and play hardball. Oh, what a goal! Has he scored it? What a goal! It's an absolute screamer from that man who I said, Nelson Viper. It's 2-1 Germany in the 87th minute. The Germans have nicked it. The 10 men of Italy have collapsed on the pitch. It's 2-1. Nelson Viper, 2 goals in 4 matches. He has been brilliant in this tournament. Scored a goal against England the other day, and it looks like now, to all intents and purposes, Germany are through to the semis. What a goal this was. Honestly, a fabulous goal. It was whipped in from the left-hand side. A little flick on. He's on. He's onside. And I tell you something. This is a finish, you know. This is a real finish. This. If you aren't watching this, you need to check this out. This goal, it comes to him so quick. It's Voltamade with a flick on at the near post. Voltamade gets the flick. It's going over to the far post. And Viper, look at how he adjusts his body. Oh, that's a great goal. It reminds me a little bit of Crouch at his prime. What a goal that is. What a fabulous goal that is. Watership Allen, we nearly signed Dani Alves. Yeah, we did. And Simao as well was another one. Simao as well. Chateau, Germany have scored 2. Charmy, I also have Germany to win. Gav's highlights, do you think this will end up reducing Garnacho's transfer price, bro? Yes, I do think it will end up reducing his price because now United have to sell, don't they? They have made it very clear. He's made it clear he wants to leave. United have made it clear they want to sell. I think they left him out of the tour. I don't know if they've left him out of the tour or whatever. They're doing something. They've left him out. So I think once you've got a player like that who's isolated, a little bit like the Sancho situation and the Rashford situation, clubs outside the club, they know there's no way back for these players at Man United. So, like, the power in any negotiation is always with the person who can walk away from it. That's the power in any negotiation. If you're negotiating with anyone for something, whether it's if you're buying a car off someone, if you're buying anything, the power is always with you because you can walk away from the deal, right? They want to sell you something. That United want to sell Rashford, they want to sell Garnacho, they want to sell Sancho. Any team that comes into a conversation for those, they can always go, nah, you're all right, actually, we're all right. It's a little bit like, it's like the guys who come and flog you hats and glasses and whatever in Spain when you're on the beaches in Spain. They come over to you and he says, you want these glasses or whatever? Nah, I'm all right, mate. No, I'm good, thank you. Oh, come on, €10. Nah, you're all right. Oh, come on, mate, 5 then. Give us 5, give us anything. 2. Go on, have one for 2. So you can honestly, and that's what it's going to be like with Garnacho, Sancho, Rashford. I'm telling you, United will name a price, and they've honestly, it's like it's on sandpaper. It'll just fall through. There's another yellow card dished out here for who is this for? Is it Zanotti? And it's a red. There's another one. Zanotti's been sent off. It's a second yellow for Italy. Zanotti's just got 1 yellow for a foul and then a second yellow for kicking the ball away. 2 yellow cards within seconds for Zanotti, and he's straight down the tunnel. Italy are falling to pieces here now. 2-1. Germany 2, Italy 1, but Italy down to 9 men. Good grief. Daniel, what's been the favourite tournament to watch this summer? The COSAFA Cup, obviously. Or maybe Jamaica against Trinidad in the Unity Cup at Brentford. We remember the Unity Cup. Gav's highlights, what a player he was. Crouch, yeah, I loved Crouchy. Again, a player we never should have sold. Chimey, why don't Italy produce top strikers anymore? Well, I wouldn't say that. Retegui's a very good striker. Retegui's a wonderful striker, and I think Moise Kean can be as well. Moise Kean's a great player. There is good strikers at Italy. Very, very good. They just takes time. Abdul Hamid Ahmed, good luck to all parlays and slips. Nice. Gav's highlights, buy one get 2 free, mate. Abdul Hamid, Germany just saved mine. Daniel, lucky guys. Abdul Hamid, on to City game, my last play. Germany nearly making it 3. We're into 4 minutes of added on time. Simausa Brosa baller he was. He was another one who scored a great goal against Liverpool. Do you remember Miccoli? Do you remember Fabrizio Miccoli? Miccoli was a good player. Chelsea had Mbappe on trial at 13 and said he wasn't good enough. Eliora, he left the keeper speechless. I mean, to be fair, Chelsea had De Bruyne and Salah on contracts in the 20s and said they weren't good enough. Watership Allen, he's no Gael Kakuta or Franco Di Santo, that's it. Lucas Piazon. CUFC, hi, who you watching? I'm watching Germany under-21s against Italy under-21s. It's 2-1 to Germany. And there's 2.5 minutes left of added time at the end. Eliora, this Italian gaffer, is scrapping this referee in the tunnel after full time. Oh, yeah. Be yourself, Dylan. Real Madrid on the ropes. Nearly 3-2. Is it really? Wow. Jack Willis, Voltamade, the German Peter Crouch. Mate, he is. He really is. And honestly, I am all aboard the Voltamade Express to Anfield now. I want him. I want him to Anfield. Voltamade to the Premier League, get him there. Or Viper, actually. Nelson Viper plays for Mainz, which is Jurgen Klopp's old team. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Mainz, maybe Jurgen Klopp manages to get a little deal going there for Red Bull. Red Bull, or maybe for Leeds. Obviously, Leeds just joined the whole Red Bull group. Maybe Jurgen Klopp gets involved there. But Nelson Viper is a player for Mainz. Obviously, Jurgen Klopp got good ties at Mainz. Yeah, Nelson Viper or Voltamade, any of those two would be good signings for Premier League teams. Emiliano, of course, I remember the Unity Cup. Great game with Richard King in it. Richard King, remember the name. Gav's highlights, would you take any of Garnacho, Sancho, Rashford or Anthony, mate? I would take Garnacho at the right price, if I'm honest. Yeah, to see Garnacho, it's funny, isn't it? Garnacho, Sancho, Rashford or Anthony. I like Anthony, but I don't think he's a Premier League player. I think he goes to Spain and he thrives and he does wonderful things out there. Hopefully with Betis again, because I quite like Betis. So I'd like him to go back there. Garnacho, I agree. I actually think Garnacho would be a decent signing for any of the top six. I'm not sure I'd move mountains to sign him at Liverpool. There is maybe a potential question about attitude with him, but he is a very talented young player. I think United haven't got anywhere near the best out of him. And he is one of those that could maybe kick on and end up being top class. He really has got that about him. Razine, unsuccessful hate watch, but Vinny is playing so bad. Italy knocking the ball into the box. Last 10 seconds here now. And Germany just about get it away. Kieran Baines, Mikel Obi John. What a great player he was. Another one who signed for Manchester United, didn't he? Chelsea. Signed for Chelsea. Sorry, signed for Man United, then signed for Chelsea. Oh, it's a free kick here on the edge of the area for Italy. This is a big chance now. Free kick right on the edge of the area. We've played 4.5 minutes, right? This free kick is basically Italy's last chance to take this to extra time. The last chance we have to take it to extra time. Emiliano, Richard King for Ballon d'Or 2026-2030 for sure. Watership Allen, he's 6'6". He's good for his height, Voltamade. I know, and remember, like, who's the last person we said this about? Peter Crouch. Be yourself, Dylan Pachuca had 24 shots. Check the stats of that game. I will do, mate. Yeah, I'll have a look shortly. Watership Allen, Garnacho should be so silly. Leicester Green, Baleba would be a top signing for Liverpool. He would, mate. Yeah, I'd love Baleba. How much do you think it would cost to get him out of Brighton, though? That's the big question, isn't it? That's the big question. Right, here we go. Free kick here for Italy. This is basically their last chance. They've got no other options here. They have to score. If they don't score here, then it's pretty much game over for them. It's going to be Coppola. What a goal! Oh my God! Oh my God! What a goal! It's an absolute screamer. It's 2-2. The 9 men. The 9 men have done it in the 96th minute. Have they done that? Oh my God, what a goal. It's an absolute screamer free kick. Germany can't believe it. It's 2-2. Buffon, Gattuso in the stands. They're on their feet. The Italians are making a game of it. Oh my God. Oh, what a screamer that is. What an absolute screamer. You love to see it. It's actually Ambrosino. It's not Coppola. It's Giuseppe Ambrosino. The number 9 from Frosinone. It's an absolute perler from him. It's an absolute perler. All of the Italian players have sprinted off the bench. And now, here's the question. Here's the question. There's 30 minutes left. We're going to stay live for it, of course. We're going to stay live for extra time. But I tell you something. How do Italy cope with 9 men now going into extra time? Oh my God. What an unbelievable end to this game. It's sensational stuff. Emiliano, ich kann das nicht mehr mit Deutschland. I don't know what that means, but there you go. It's full time. It's full time. Last kick of the game. Can you believe it? The very, very last kick of the game. This one's going to extra time. Germany 2, Italy 2. I am stunned. I am absolutely stunned. Oh. J-Docs, good to see you, mate. How's it going? I'm good, mate. Yeah, really good. This year, I actually muted you for a second because you were ahead of me in the game, so I can watch if it went in. Cheers, Lish. Sorry about that, mate. I apologise. I'd lost my composure there for a minute. It was a great end to the game, that. Right, I'll move the scoreboard back on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, I've moved the scoreboard back to 0. We'll start it again at 30 minutes because it is going to extra time now. It's 11 against 9. 11 against 9 here. 2-2. Wow. What a free kick. What an absolutely stunning goal that was. The wall was on the wrong side. Oh. I can't believe that. I love this. I love this game. Be yourself, Dylan. My friend is from Italy and he FaceTimed me and was screaming. It's unbelievable, isn't it, mate? I love that. This is literally what football is about. And people are watching Real Madrid and Pachuca over this. You are joking me. This is what it's about right here. I love football. Yes, Dylan, we love football. That's what it's about. Emiliano, it means I can't stand it anymore with Germany. Ich kann das nicht mehr mit Deutschland. Yes, love it. Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. My God. Oh, Clips HQ, what's the score in that game? It's 2-2. Germany 2. Italy with 9 men scoring in the 96th minute. Free kick, last kick of the game. That's it. If they'd missed it, if it had gone over, it went in the wall, ref had the whistle in his mouth, bang, straight in the top corner. 2-2. What a game. 2-2. Shay472, I'm watching Madrid. What have I missed? You've missed an absolute unbelievable game, mate. 2-2. Germany 2, Italy 2 in the under-21s. Quarter-final. Kieran Baines, football isn't just kicking a ball. It's moments like this. It is, isn't it? That's what it's. That is absolutely what it's about. I'm proud of my Italy. 2-2. My God, what are the scores? Rocky, see, what a goal. Lisha, I didn't get to see your reaction because I didn't want any spoilers if it went in. No worries, man. Well, listen, if you want to see the reaction, you just have to go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and you can rewind it. You can see how I reacted in real time. Go and rewind. Go and check it out. That's the beauty of YouTube. Everyone starts on TikTok. Most people gravitate over to YouTube. Premier League Dad. Go and find it. Germany tried to rob us, says Espino. What was the goal like? Straight from a free kick. It was lovely. I do think the wall was positioned a little bit funny. It wasn't quite set up right. I think Germany they're gonna kick themselves. I think Daniel said it in the chat, and I've got to say I think I totally agree. But it was a wonderful free kick. It went over the wall, round the wall, kind of over the wall, and the keeper never even moved. Straight into the top corner. Fantastic goal. 2-2, last kick of the game. Emiliano, actually you pronounce German words very good. Better than my English. Mate, your English is exceptional. You don't have to worry about that. You do very well. You probably speak English better than me for the most part. Shay472, typical, the one under-21 game I don't watch, it's a cracker. Mate, we've watched 2 under-21 games today. France won it in the 86th or the 87th minute against Denmark. They were 2-1 down. They won it 3-2. This one's now gone to 2-2, last kick of the game. It's going to extra time. Honestly, all of the under-21 games have been brilliant. All of them. I am watching under-21 games to the end of the tournament. And the under-19s, by the way. The under-19 tournaments are just as good. So forget the Club World Cup. Come and watch these watch-alongs with me, the under-19s and the under-21s. We're off for the first half of extra time here now. You can't... Italy can't go through, can they? Italy can't go through here, can they? They've got 9 men. They can't go through. Surely not. If Germany don't knock these out, oh my life. If you don't beat 9 men... 9 men. They're going to be knackered. They're going to be absolutely knackered. Be yourself, Dylan. Real Madrid keeper has had 17 saves. Wow. I said if Ambrosino scores this, we lose 4-2. Well, Italy just have to find a way of keeping the ball or getting out. You know, they've got 2 bodies left. Germany should be just knocking this around and tiring them out. Play the long game. Stop knocking balls into the box. Don't do that. Why are you This is exactly what Italy want. Germany just launching balls into the box already. This is not what it's about. You've got to just pass it around them for a bit. They'll tire themselves out. They've got nothing left. They're down to 9 men. And they've got players on yellow cards as well. They're more likely to go down to 8, these Italians. Be yourself, Dylan. Can they really? That's the question. That's the one. Could they really? Chimey, this was officially my last bet. This is just ridiculous. Mate, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I am just the same. They've all gone to pot tonight. This tournament's been dreadful for betting, hasn't it? It's all been... and the World Cup as well. The Club World Cup's been awful. But you've got to laugh, haven't you? You've got to laugh, otherwise you'll cry. Oh... Oh, better than your family from England pronounce German words. Right, okay. Oh, well, that's good then. At least I'm on the right track. I can learn. Daniel, Italy's bus is too small to park with only 9 men. Emiliano, we should be overpowering them, but who knows? Honestly, they just need to play the long game. Honestly, if you said to Italy's coach now, right, you can choose how Germany play against you for the next 30 minutes, right? We know it's going to be attack against defence. Italy aren't going to try and score. Italy are playing for penalties. Let's be honest. Italy are playing for penalties here. There's nothing else Italy can do. They have to play for penalties. That's all they can do. But maybe set pieces. Maybe they can score off a set piece. But they're not going to commit too many men forward for that. They've got 9 men on the pitch. They are playing for penalties. Penalties would be a success for Italy. Germany, it's an absolute disaster that it's got to this point. It's already a disaster. Even if they go through, it's a disaster. If they somehow make it to penalties and it's a flip of the coin, it's even more of a disaster. So I'm honestly, I'm astonished. I am astonished. Here's Nauf for Germany. Great run, Nauf. Great bit of defending by the Italians. You love it. They saved us both. Sakani from getting eliminated from the group stage and Ambrosino from the quarter-final. G. Lawrence 94. Rodrigo not starting for Madrid yet again. Arsenal soon. I would imagine so. Yeah. Anthony. Italy win a World Cup semi-final against Germany with 9 men. It's the history. Alfie, who will get relegated next season? I think Sunderland will, sadly. I think Everton. I think this might be Everton's year. Brentford could be a surprise package. Wolves and West Ham could also be surprises. But yeah, I think Everton have circled the drain for a very long time. They finished the season quite well, but they've lost a lot of players, and they're not. Doesn't look like they're doing great business. They're just about to sign Kenny Tete of Fulham, who Kenny Tete, as experienced as he is, he can barely stay fit. So yeah, Kenny Tete I think is not a particularly wonderful signing for Everton. Emiliano, at least we have Voltamade. Kieran Baines, why do I want to bet on another red card? Another red card probably wouldn't be the worst bet on this, 25 minutes to go, one more red card in this game wouldn't be a bad shout. Daniel Moise is too experienced. He wasn't too experienced when he took Sunderland down. Sunderland have gone down under David Moyes. Cleared away. Watership Allen, Brentford are going down. Star Wars Yoda, Everton is a shout, to be honest. Imagine with a new ground as well. They want to score a goal for defence all the time. Jack Ryan, Gay to Liverpool. Here we go. Check Fabrizio. I wouldn't be surprised if Gay is a Liverpool player within the next few months. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Here's Germany again with the chance here. Knocks it across the face. It's oh my God, I thought that was an own goal. Honestly, Nauf was this close to getting a touch on it, and when Nauf doesn't get a touch on it, the Italian defender, I think he'd have been offside. It should have been called offside. It was smashed across the face of goal. Nauf very nearly got a touch on it, didn't. And it has been called offside. That's good. That's good. That's justice. That is justice. Jack, are Germany playing or youth team? Well, it's the under-21s, so it's not really a youth team per se. It's not the national side, but it is the German under-21 side. Germany under-21s, Italy under-21s. Yeah, that's the game that we're watching, mate. Again, if you still haven't voted in the the poll on YouTube, please go and do so. Who wins the European Under-21 Championships? Is it going to be France? Is it going to be Netherlands? Is it England? Or is it one of these two, Germany and Italy? Who is it going to be? That's the question. Anthony, where does Szoboszlai fit now that Wirtz has joined Liverpool? I think exactly where he did. I actually think it's still going to be a Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and McAllister midfield. Yeah, it'll be Wirtz off the left. I think where Luis Diaz plays. I actually think Luis Diaz probably ends up leaving. Luis Diaz will go to maybe Barcelona, maybe Saudi, and Wirtz will play off the left. Wirtz will play off the left. Salah will play off the right. Both of them will kind of tuck in. And we'll have Frimpong and Kerkez very high. Them two will provide the width. So I think that's what's likely to happen. Szoboszlai stays in midfield, doing all the running that he always did, all the great defensive work. He's been fantastic for us. So I don't think Szoboszlai goes anywhere. Jack Ryan, I hope he joins top centre-back. I think he is, mate. He will go. He will join Liverpool. I'm sure he will. He's certainly going to leave Palace, put it this way. He's definitely leaving Palace. He just needs reassurance of whether or not he actually starts games of football in a World Cup year. That's important to him. Great ball in, great save, good claim there by Deplanche. And Italy aren't messing about. They're on the counter-attack here. Hey, and they're going for it as well. That's a foul, ref. Does he give it? No, no foul. Waterchip Allen, I fall for it all the time. Happens, lads. It happens. Don't worry. It happens. Gay keeps Kanate on the bench. I'm calling it. Be yourself, Dylan. I'm watching it. I've got my popcorn to throw in the air if Italy win. Nice. Nauf is complaining about a foul there. Perola and him not too happy, but it's going to stay at... Yeah, you're not getting a foul for that. Come on, you're not getting a foul for that. Yeah, I don't think Gay does keep Kanate on the bench. I don't think he keeps Kanate on the bench. I think they can give them all three of them can get games. Because there's enough games in that Liverpool squad that the Gay will still play 30, 40 games. Easy. And Kanate is known for a few injuries, by the way. Kanate may well get injured. But I actually think what Liverpool are doing, it's a bit of a power play from Liverpool. I talked about this on the earlier stream, but I think it's a power play from Liverpool. Liverpool have put a contract in front of Kanate and said, sign that. And he's basically, if he doesn't sign it, Liverpool will sign a centre-back. I think we'll sign a centre-back anyway, but if we sign a centre-back, Kanate will be on the bench in a World Cup year. He doesn't want that because he's got to be competing regularly and playing in the team to get in the World Cup squad for France. You know, he can't be not competing if he's got Saliba and Upamecano and Lukeba and all these, all these other players who can and will get in the team ahead of him. If he's sat on the bench at Liverpool, he won't get in that World Cup squad. Let alone play at the World Cup. He won't even get in the squad if he's not careful. So he's got to be very careful. He's got to make sure that, I guess Liverpool will say to him, either sign the contract or we sell you this summer. I think that's the position Liverpool are taking. We either sell you this summer or you sign the contract and you stay. If you sign the contract and you stay, then we're confident we can rotate you with this player. But if you don't, then we're either selling you this summer or you're going to be sat on the bench all year because we're going to sign this guy. We can't be waiting around for you. We're going to sign Mark Gay and you're going to be sat around. Anthony, Forza Acciarini, always, they've shown character with that equaliser, haven't they? Yeah, love it. Watership Allen probably need to manage Kanate's minutes as well, that's very true, yeah. UFC, what player are we talking about here? Kanate we're talking about, and Mark Gay, I guess. Kanate is the one we're talking about, but Gay to Liverpool is the news doing the rounds, obviously. Dabets guy, do you follow EFL? Yes, absolutely we follow EFL. We've watched lots of great championship football. Towards the end of last season, we watched Coventry against Plymouth. We watched Coventry against West Brom. We watched Sheffield United away at Stoke. I mean, look, you can go and check them all out, mate. We did dozens of Championship, League 1, League 2. We did the playoffs for League 2, League 1, Championship, and the National League playoffs as well. We did Oldham against Southend in the National League playoff final, which was fantastic. It's one of the most watched streams we've done on this channel. So that's what we do on here, mate. We do watch-alongs from all leagues around the world. EFL, Bundesliga, La Liga, Eredivisie, Serie A, Premier League, obviously the title of the channel, Premier League Dad. And yeah, my name's Kee. We watch football on this channel. That's what we do. We have fans of all teams in the channel. I'm a Liverpool fan. But we support, well, I don't support. I'm a Liverpool fan, but we talk about everyone. We talk about everyone on this channel. Right, it's going to be a corner to Germany. Italy defending very, very well. UFC, Kanate can go, in my opinion. He was always below Van Dijk. By the way, everyone's below Van Dijk. Van Dijk's the best defender in the world. Every defender, doesn't matter who you get. Every defender's not as good as Van Dijk. There's no such thing as a better defender than Van Dijk. Curtis Stell, what team do you support? Yeah, Liverpool. Edward, Kieran, when will we get a 24-hour stream? Never. Never. It's not within. I haven't got the... I can't do that. Can't do 24 hours. I won't last 5 minutes. Germany, now chance. Cleared away. Italy hanging on here. Italy really hanging on. They're really, really hanging on. Hung up to the back stick. Header. And Deplanche comes out and claims it. Well done. Done very, very well there, the keeper. Pete, can you tell me why there were 2 sending off, please? Yeah, both for second yellows. The first one, Nonto, we got a yellow card in the first half. The second was he slid in. It was a little bit unfortunate. I actually didn't think it deserved the yellow, but he did slide in and maybe just slightly caught the player after the ball had gone. It was a bit soft, but he got a yellow card. Ref sent him off. Nonto left the pitch in tears. And the second yellow was for Zanotti. Oh, sorry, the second red was for Zanotti. Again, that was for 2 yellow cards. He got a yellow card, I believe, for a foul. Pretty soft foul as we approached the end of the game. And then he kicked the ball away. He kicked the ball away. It was a bit of dissent. He kicked the ball away. The ref didn't like it and immediately went over. Red card, off you go. So 2 of them got sent off very, very quickly towards the end of the game. Kurt Stell, what are your thoughts on the Van Dijk-Ramos debate? It's not a debate. It's not a debate. Van Dijk's thrice the player of Sergio Ramos. UFC, what are your opinions on the business this summer by Liverpool? Exceptional. I'm happy with it. They're not players I would have signed, though, personally. As a Liverpool fan, I was surprised that we went with Frimpong, with Kirkez, and Wirtz. I mean, I'm loving it. It's great. I love it, and I'm excited to see how they get on. Now here, good block again by Italy. Honestly, this is quite literally like when Jamie Carragher collapsed in Istanbul, because the players are just throwing themselves at it. It's absolutely splendid defending from the Italians. Pete, well explained. I try, mate. You can thank me with a like. Hit like and subscribe on the vid if you've not already. That'll thank me. Thanks for that though, mate. I appreciate it. Kieran Ramsdale might be going to Leeds. Ramsdale. I don't think he's a good... I honestly, that'd be like out of the frying pan into the fire, because Meslier is not really a great keeper and Ramsdale's not really a great keeper. Jake, sorry, Key. Last couple of days, Google was trying to take £3 out my bank. I didn't allow it because I didn't know what it was. It's just come up saying it was the subscription for here. I'll sort that tomorrow, matey. Oh, mate, don't worry. I didn't even know it had... yeah, no probs, man. No prob. I didn't even know it had gone. So, cool. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I didn't even see it. So, it's half-time in the first half of extra time. Dabet, Guy, peak youth generation. Daniel Van Dijk has never scored in the Club World Cup, though. Yeah, that's the standard now. That is the standard. What's your pal? Still none the wiser who Liverpool's striker targets are going to be. Honestly, I think it's 3. I think there's 3 players, and if we don't get Isak, we'll still push for Alvarez. If we don't push for Alvarez, or we can't quite get him out of Atleti, then maybe it's Ekitike, and that is it. I don't think there's any chance at all of anyone else. That's it. Right, hang on a second. Let me reset that half to 15. And we're about to kick off for the second half. The players are just changing ends. Pete, Germany will kick themselves if they lose this from here. Mate, I think they're already kicking themselves. They had 2 extra men for at least 10 minutes, and we were 2-1 up. They shouldn't have even let it get to a free kick. To concede a free kick on the edge of your box against 9 men. Something's already gone desperately wrong there. They should have been passing the ball around and just managing the game. Instead, they managed to let themselves get stretched. And Italy were knocking long balls up. It was an absolute disaster defensively. Daniel Ramsdale is trying to set an unbreakable record of the most relegations. Ramos was more than just a defender, so he wins it for me. What do you mean he was more than just a defender? He was a shitbag as well, wasn't he? And like I said, I'm not saying Ramos was a terrible player or anything. I just don't think that Sergio Ramos is in the same league as Virgil van Dijk. I think Van Dijk is Maldini. I think Maldini, Van Dijk. Honestly, I don't think Ramos is there with, Terry and maybe Ferdinand as well. And there's a lot of really good players you can put in that level below. But I honestly think Van Dijk is up there with the very, 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 very best. The very best. Daniel, why do you think the sweeper position no longer exists? Oh, we're attributing that to Sergio Ramos, are we? Pete, did it go 2-2 with 9 men and 10 minutes left of normal play? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. There was about 10 minutes. I'll tell you the exact time it was that he got sent off. The second red was... No, it wasn't actually. It was 90. It was the 89th minute. But Nonto got sent off on the 80th. Nonto got sent off on the 80th. Zanotti got sent off on the 90th. And they scored in the 97th, 96th, 97th. Ben, more than just a defender, he was a dirty bastard. Anthony, Germany's senior team have never lost a shootout in a major tournament. I'm sure they are specialists. I hope we get to a penny shootout now. Oh, Volta, this is a goal, I'm telling you. Oh, what a save! It wasn't even a save, it was a block. Oh, they're in now. This is a goal. No, it's not. Keep it out! Keep it out! Yes, they've kept it out. They plant Chang onto it. Well done. Mari, they scored with 9 men. Italy scored a worldie of a free kick in the 96th minute. The last kick of the game. Free kick to make it 2-2 and they had 9 men. Unreal. Kieran, finally it's raining here where I am. Nice. It's been too hot. Yeah, it'll just take all that moisture out the air, mate. Big block that. Massive block from the Italians. They're throwing honestly, it's just bodies on the line stuff here at the back. It's absolutely wonderful defending. Ben, mad if Ramsdale goes to a club like Leeds because they're likely to get relegated. His record is atrocious. He's a liability, isn't he? He's an absolute liability. I'll tell you something, Deplanch did very well there. He kind of lost the ball for a minute, but he did well. He did really, really well. Chimey, Ramos was better, Key. He wasn't. It was Van Dijk. Van Dijk's better. I'm not accepting that Ramos, who deliberately injured Mo Salah in that final. I'm not having it. Mari, who are you going for? I'm kind of rooting for Italy now because they're the underdog, but I was hoping Germany would win. And I predicted Germany would win. But now they're down to 9 men. I kind of want to see the penalty shootout. Because do you know what the funny thing is? The really funny thing is that Germany will have to nominate 2 players not to take a penalty as well. And the keeper has to be one of them that they have to play. Basically, when the penalty shootout comes round, both teams have to write down 9 players that they're going to take, that are going to be involved in the penalty shootout. Obviously, Italy have got their 9 on the pitch. Germany will have to actively exclude 2 players. Dabet guy, are you rooting? I'm not really rooting for either, no. Were Italy fuming with the sending off? The second one they were. The first one I didn't think. But the second one they were a little bit annoyed with. Ben, God, I'd love to get a Champions League final against Madrid and win. I want this more than £1 million. Yeah, we do deserve to beat Madrid in a final. I guess with Trent as well. Trent crying or trying to join in with the celebrations. The little rat. The little rodent. Daniel, not attributing the sweeper position to him. That position was before my time, and I thought you could shed some light. I can only think of playing the offside trap didn't work well. Ronald Koeman was one of the kind of main proponents of that role and did very, very well in it. And then after that, there was a little bit of that kind of Matthias Sammer, Lothar Matthäus hangover. But yeah, it did. I don't know what really killed that sweeper position. Kind of just disintegrated around the mid to late 90s, didn't it? There wasn't really much after those two. Koeman was a great one. There was some good players. I mean, the Spanish teams had a few decent sweepers. I guess you could say the likes of maybe Campo and Hierro, maybe Helguera, players like that for Real Madrid in the 90s would qualify. For Barcelona, maybe Pep Guardiola did a little bit of that. Maybe not Guardiola, but he was there, wasn't he? He was there a little bit. Ben Van Dijk is head and shoulders above Ramos. Daniel, would you like to see the manager take a penalty? To be honest, I think he probably would like to at this moment in time because I'm sure the Germany manager is going to be looking at these lot and going, lads, how have you threw this away? How have you let this get this close? Even if they win on penalties, Germany, the manager is giving them a kicking. Here's Volta cleared away by Italy. Finners Matty, how long of extra time have we got left? Oh my, I've not started the clock. Why has no one told me I've not started the clock? There you go, that's it now, we're level. So there's 10 minutes left of added time. I've just synced the clock back up, I apologise. There you go. There's 10 minutes left of added on time. Daniel, I knew Hullet played it for Chelsea. Would they just get the ball off the keeper and kick it long? It was just. I don't know if it was kicking it long. It was more that it. Oh, very nearly Germany getting in again. It very nearly. Sorry. It allowed teams to have that extra body in midfield without necessarily having the extra body in midfield. I know that sounds maybe overly complex, but it was perfect for Hullet. Obviously, Hullet was a great player, but he lost his legs at Chelsea, didn't he? He lost his legs. He wasn't the same sort of up and down that he was for the great Milan sides and stuff. So he was never quite the same player. He was already transitioning into becoming a manager, but he still was able to kind of dictate play. He just didn't have the legs to get back and forth, and he had Leboeuf, who didn't have great legs, and Desailly, who was also kind of tiring alongside him, didn't he? So maybe that was why it was just to have an extra body back there so they could kind of half play the offside trap. Robert, hi, can you give me a club I can manage on my FC25 career mode and make them really good? Plymouth. Jake, do you think if Malik Fofana key, is it too early for him to come to the Prem? No, I don't think it's too early. Oh, Germany, chance here. Claim for the penalty. No chance, says the ref. No chance. Reitz went down and he's holding his face. He's on the floor. He's screaming for the penalty here, Reitz, but he's not getting it. Germany are claiming everything. They're claiming for everything here. Let's just watch this back. You're not getting a pen for that. Get up. Get up. You're not getting a pen. No, Malik Fofana's a good young player. I think he probably needs a club where he can go and start regularly. Shay472, do you think... Oh, VAR, potential penalty check. Here we go. Potential penalty check. Oh, please don't ruin this. Please don't give him a penalty. I didn't think that was a pen. I didn't think that was a pen. There's a VAR check here. Check over. Check over. It's done, Andres. No penalty. There was a VAR check for the penalty there for the foul on Reitz. But it's no penalty. It's been ruled out. The bets guy, squeaky bum time. It is, yeah, squeaky bum time here for the Germans. Martel has been taken off. And Wanner, Paul Wanner's coming on. Again, another young player thought of very highly at Bayern. Yeah, Malik Fofana's a good young player, but I think he needs to go... There's rumours about him going to like Liverpool and Chelsea. I think Fofana's a player that needs to go to like a Wolves maybe, or like a Brentford or an Everton. Maybe if Wissa goes or Burmo goes, get him there. That'd be a good signing for Brentford. They need players like that. And I think he needs a club like that. Ramos top 10, Van Dijk not even in the top 20. Yeah, alright, Aiden. Alright. Baresi and Skireo were top 3. Baresi was fantastic, yeah. Finn447, what do you think about Kenny Teti to Everton? Kenny Teti. He's injured a lot. He's not bad on a free transfer. He's... I mean, I can't say too much, mate, because I did a video in January where I talked about the top free transfers that Premier League sides could get, right? That was my video in January. Top free transfers Premier League sides can get this summer. And I think number 18, it was a top 20 video. Number 18 was Kenny Tete. So I can't say he's a bad transfer. He'd be a good signing for Everton. But he has got a bit of a bad injury record. So I'm not sure he's going to be like an exceptional one that starts every game. But he's not a bad signing. He's done all right when he's fit. Andres, Brighton would be good for Fofana. Yeah. Andres, Italy has 9 players. I don't understand how Germany is not scoring. Two men sent off in normal time as well, Andres. And yeah, they got a free kick. Italy got a free kick right on the edge of the German box at the end of the 6 minutes of added on time at the end of the second half. And with the last kick of the game, smashed it in the top corner from the free kick, Ambrosino. Great goal. And we're into the last 4 minutes here now. Excuse me. Jake Curtin linked with Newcastle and Nicholas Kuhn. Mr. Goose, to be fair, the trophy cabinet though. Toon also linked with Kolo Muani. Italy has 9 players. Oh, sorry, we've done that one, haven't we? Waterseapal and Gyökeres in terms of profile is similar to Santiago Jimenez. Slot would like him. Honestly, I really don't want Liverpool to go anywhere near Gyökeres. I think he's massively overrated. And I think he's a disaster waiting to happen for whoever it is who signs him. Great play by Italy. There's another claim for the penalty from Germany. They're not getting it. Comes out to the edge of the area. Shot, and what a goal. That's it. They've done it. Germany have smashed it in. 3-2. They've done it. The Germans have won it. It's not going to penalties. It's an absolute screamer from the edge of the box. And Italy have collapsed. Oh, you feel so sorry for him. Feel so sorry for him. It's a substitute role. Roll has scored. It's such a shame. It's a great goal though. Merlin Roll of Freiburg. The ball comes out to the edge of the area. I'm sure there's going to be a check, but I can't see there being any issues with this one. 3rd goal in 10 matches for the youngster. Merlin Roll, and it was a magical goal as well. A magical goal from Merlin Roll. Ball comes out to him at the edge of the area. Right-footed shot. Wrong-footed the keeper. You're not getting an offside. You're not getting a penalty. There's nothing at all in that. Great goal. And I think that could be us done. Germany could be going. We're not going to get the penalty shootout we were all so desperately hoping for. What a performance. What a performance from Italy, in fairness to them. You love to see it. And Germany probably do deserve it in the end. Great goal from Roll. Excuse me. Jake, I think Alvarez and Ekatike suit a lot more. Alvarez reminds me of Firmino a lot. McAllister links. Alvarez would be wonderful. Alvarez, I would love it. Edward Key, you doing the Al Hilal game? No, mate. No, I'm not doing the Al Hilal game. This is my last game tonight. Debets guy, what a game, what a goal. Stephen Johnson is the VAR. No, mate, no VAR. The referee has given the goal. We're now into 2 minutes of extra time. Literally, Italy have just flooded all of their players forward. There could be an equaliser. I wouldn't put it past them. They've got an equaliser with 9 men once. They can go and do it again. I'm already going to predict there's a goal in this game in the next 2 minutes. Whether it's a Germany counter goal or Italy equaliser, there's still something left in this. I'm telling you. Germany trying to slow the game down now. If you haven't yet, please get over to Premier League. If you're on YouTube, click like, click subscribe. I need you to subscribe massively. We're live every single day on this channel. We do watch-alongs every day. We're doing the Under-19 Championship semi-finals tomorrow. They promise to be just as good as this. Spain against Germany. Netherlands against Romania, the hosts, in those two semi-finals. Both are going to be absolutely fantastic. And we're doing the semi-finals of the Under-21 Championships next week. It's looking like it's going to be France v Germany and England against the Netherlands. Let me know who you think's going to win that. The scenes are going to be incredible, whatever happens, and it's going to be some great games of football. So if you like these watch-alongs, if you enjoy this sort of stuff, if you're new to the channel, my name's Kee. We watch football every single day on this channel. That's what we do. Watch-alongs around the world, whatever the game is. Different leagues, different teams. Just come and give it a go. Andres 3-3, you think that'd be crazy, but it's football. Anything can happen. Stephen, this has been a crazy game. 9 men scored in the 95th minute. They've done so well to get this far. They have. Yeah, they have. Oh, now it's going off again here. Italy. Referee, I think, nearly could have been a third red card for Italy. Wright has gone down. JP, do you think Sunderland will go down? Sadly, mate, I do. Yeah, I think they've got a great batch of young players there, but they've just not quite got the experience. They're missing some legs in there as well. Dabets guy, thoughts on Harvey Elliott? I'm sad to see him go. Wonderful player. I'd like to keep him at Liverpool, selfishly. But I think for his own sanity, I guess, he should go. He needs to go. It's a red. It's another one. Is it? Oh, it's just a yellow. It's just a yellow. Thought it was a third red in this game. But it's another yellow. It's for Cassidy. The former Chelsea midfielder has just been booked. I tell you something, there's going to be complaints. The Italians are not liking this referee. How many red cards before giving the game 3-0 to the opposite team? Do you know? Yes, it's 5. 5. I think you can get down to 7. 11 v 7 you can get down to. And then once you get to 6, it becomes the game gets, I guess, voided. It gets called off. Good play by Italy. There's 3 minutes of added on time here at the end. We've already had one of those. We've got 2 minutes left, and Italy are just pumping it long here. They're just pumping it long. There's a chance. There's always a chance in these games. Morgan Rogers, the goal at Madrid, got dominated by some Mexican team. Robert, is that still a rule where if a team gets so many red cards in a game, they have to forfeit? Yes. Yeah. It's not that if they have to forfeit, it's... The way that it works is if a team can't continue to play the game gets called off. So that's what happened. If you remember the Battle of Bramall Lane, you might remember Sheffield United against West Brom. Sheffield United ended up with 5 men on the pitch. There'd been sendings off, there'd been injuries, they'd used up all the subs. And the game, even though West Brom, I think, were 3-0 up at the time, or 3-1 up, and there was like only a few minutes left, they couldn't carry on. The referee had to cancel the game. So the result, I can't remember what happened in that case. I think they might have had to replay the game. I'm not sure what happened. But there was a massive, massive outrage about it because the game never finished. And I'm sure Sheffield United didn't forfeit it. I can't remember what happened. Dabets guy, Caller Show Rocket is my prediction. There's 45 seconds left. Caller Show has gone off. Yeah, he has been subbed off. Robert 14, who's winning? It's Germany 3, Italy 2, mate. User 553, what do you make of the rumours Kane is going to United? There are no rumours that Kane is going to United. Apart from the rumours you've just made up, obviously. Robert, Jason Tyndall, 4-3, 113th minute. Mate, then Thierry Henry runs from the stands. Right, last 10 seconds here now. Last 10 seconds. Italy are going to just pump it long. This is literally it. Final chance, last chance saloon here. Gilardi forward. Keeper's going to pump it into the box. Is the referee going to allow him the opportunity to nick this? Can they nick this? Flick on, cleared away. Is that it? Is that it? It is, that's it. Germany 3-2. It's done. It's all done. Germany have done it. What a performance. What a sterling performance from the Italians that was. It was a real shame that, it's a real shame that in the end, it was a great goal by Roll to win it. But what a performance from the Italians. What a performance to get this far. Wow, I'm breathless. Absolutely stunning. Ismail goal. It was great, wasn't it? It was a great game. Right, if you haven't yet, it's all kicking off. There's fights now. There's fights erupting all over the pitch here. There's fights all over the pitch. The reason Henry couldn't score the winner is the stewards tackled him before he caught the ball. Yeah, there's the stewards and everyone on the pitch. The fans trying to calm it down. Sorry, the players trying to calm it down. The coaching staff, the medical team. It's all kicking off here. Italy players in tears. Right. With that said, because it's nearly 25-11, Finners Matti, fight again. Been a fight in every under-21, I swear. Mate, this is a great tournament, this. It's a great tournament. It's been wonderful to watch. I've loved it. Stephen Johnson, Germany would have been bricking it if this got to penalties. Yeah, they would have, wouldn't they? And it's such a shame. Such a shame for them. They've done really well. Robert, bye, Kee. Yeah, take it easy, mate. Have a nice night. I will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's a 4 p.m. kickoff tomorrow. Spain under-19s against Germany under-19s in the UEFA under-19s European Championships semi-finals. So Spain against Germany, and then after that, straight after that, it's Netherlands against the hosts, Romania. That again is the under-19s semi-final. So we'll have to see who makes it to the under-19s final. And again, obviously, all the reaction, all the talk about what happened tonight. We'll be doing all that. Make sure you've liked, make sure you've followed, make sure you've clicked follow up here on TikTok. Make sure if you're new to YouTube, my name's Kee. As I say, we watch football from around the world. Go and check us out. Click like, click subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a nice night, whatever you're doing.